Vivi! Vivi! Hey! And that dog.
Sexy and classy.
Favorite story. What's your favorite story? Can promise why? Because story winner I will be favorite one in a more professional and digital way. Young quiet.
Hey, what's really the friendship for? Hey, man, hey. I knew the crop. Hey.
Okay.
Oh, my.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, we're live on Street is Watching on YouTube, on Facebook, and on TikTok. This is the much-awaited AOTY debate. My name is DJ Slim. Thank you so much for joining us. To our friends watching us worldwide, the WBS Yamin Show. Say Wajimre, say Obabeti, say Yabeya, Ubetimi, and make your choice for your Artist of the Year, TGMA 26 years in the business, and I believe this scheme has come a long way to help amplify talents in Ghana. Baby, I will be at the modalities of the game, and I may be I will be your moderator, Ifremi DJ Slim, once again. Accurate timekeeper. A good friend of mine, I know Oden who say, where you name, I'm will be here. Ladies and gentlemen, show some love to the headless YouTuber. So, headless, Ebebo Bell, no, 1, to signal that you have 1 minute left. I will wrap up with submission. Now, final one, Afi, Wawosuno, say, Amae, Pacho Bumae. Thank you very much, headless YouTuber. Say, Ena Etie, rules of the game, 10 minutes to answer questions. We have 4 minutes for responses, 3 minutes for rebuttals, and 2 minutes, and this is the moderator's discretion. Rules of the game, Mr. Remo, it has already been sent to every single individual here contesting for their various artists. We need to be respectful, no derogatory words against artists, their team members, and their representatives. You have to stick to time limits, use logic, evidence, and persuasion, speak clearly and confidently, and no interruptions during speeches. Are we clear, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you very much. In fact, questions now have also already been sent to every contender here. In for this debate. We wish to state that this debate is powered by Street is Watching with support from MyBet.Africa. And the team, MyBet.Africa, ATSA Artist of the Year, Basu for TGMA 26. Almost a release odds. And the odds are on the screen right now. Odds for TGMA 2025, 26 years. So release more odds. And I'll be telling you more about that as we move on today's debate. Patrol may introduce you various PRs. Has a Vida do tomorrow represent Stone Boy Beam Nation. Vida Bibiaboko.
Boko fully represented. Social brand.
Men who's a brand. Patrol my microphone and man will not fee.
I know a ding.
Mr. Team, no one check your sound in my check every microphone. We want to hear everybody. Please check the microphones for us. Beam shirt in FPA. Metro Patrol he may be at all.
A beam shop in the heart of a shaman.
Yes,
merchandise.
No, okay. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. I'm Sammy Bra portfolio will be, but meaning baby or the for now. Thank you for coming in today.
Thank you for having us.
May move on to Tilly Tills, PR for King Promise. Pacho Bibiaboko. You didn't move Sabila, but still, the guitar.
Nice.
Now, and you may what boy would ye?
Yabani Kadedaha.
You chat to hold that damn fact. Easter also now start here, baby. It's no. MC portfolio.
When you can say,
Bibi Aboko.
I don't know who
Experience in Kakra. MC portfolio represented King Paluta for tonight's discussion. Medica Kase, we've sent questions ahead of time. So, without much ado, me say starting now. Would you, ladies and gentlemen, want to go by the sitting arrangement and ask them Sasano? Are you okay?
It's fine.
It's fine. Are you okay?
Yeah, fine.
Okay.
I shall say free the next time. I
Sir.
say free then.
Okay. In the part, you ever started with the questions. If you are ready, accurate timekeeper.
Excuse me, are we tossing on the stats? Are we tossing or what are we doing?
If you want to toss, we'll toss.
The opposite.
Well, I insist on that.
You insist on that?
That's what he asked. On starting with
sitting arrangement.
Okay, so you want to start?
Yeah.
It's fine by you. That's fine. That's fine though.
No, everybody should be okay as well.
Yeah, I'm okay.
I'm okay. I'm okay. That's fine though. So
fantastic.
Right.
Let's start with the first question for Vida, PR for Stone Boy. Now the first question, as you all know, that the Artist of the Year category is defined by three basic elements. That is audience appeal, popularity, and a hit project, that is a song, album, plus the highest nomination in the review year. Your first question is, how well did your artist brand appeal to the world in the year under review?
Well, thank you very much. Stone Boy in 2024 has solidified the local and global dominance with captivating performances across major festivals, and many concerts in Ghana. First off, release a commercially successful album. We all know the up and running is studio album. It was 13 tracks, 4 songs, 4 solid songs out of it, and make it onto the list of this year's TGMA. For which reason? Yeti Hanum saying those songs are Ekelebe, Jiggle and Wine, Psalm 23, JJJ. And we also have 9 solid nominations. Album, features was so Wyclef Jean, Spice, Odumodu Black, Jintin, SIS, Black Hero, Amaria BB, Chi Cheng, Tentek, Larusso, Jamel. They were carefully selected to connect the dots to Stoneboy's global audience. Now, because Stoneboy has a remarkable brand appeal, leading it to headline a lot of festivals across the world. Like your question said, they appeal to the world in a year of review. Let's say, Stoneboy headlining the Cali Vibes Festival with California, Island Music Concerts, and with Jamaica, Austin Reggae Festival with USA, Summer Jam. I believe most of you have seen the video. Senana or Ginger Crowd, ACTA, and with Germany, Rolling Cocoa Festival with DC. Primo 2024 Abidjan, World Music Day Carnival with Paris, Reggae Guild Festival with Belgium, Afrofresh 4.0 with Stoneboy also with Belgium, and we all know the Togolese International, Emmanuel Adebayo on the 25th Jubilee celebration, massive power Togo, and the brand Stoneboy was activated then. Now, Ebano reliving the era na artists, should a commission to produce songs to drive a certain developmental agenda. Stoneboy ticked that box for the year 2024. Africa Prosperity Network, a organization champion the African prosperity agenda through dialogues. They selected Stoneboy to drive towards the prosperity of Africa. We all know about resources, natural resources now, human resource, But then again, there's always this question: tailor these things together to have a prosperous Africa. And the lots fell on an artist like Stoneboy to produce a song. Ayatunidin said, "Believe in Africa." No, you saw Ghana production right here in Ghana. Young Kwaman on it, so street beats and so edging a samba with that beat on them. Now, you call the foreign media. Stoneboy was sought after every time best stepping out of the shores of Ghana. Uko Tricks France exclusive interview on Ninyuma or releasing your body. the summer song or release it or eulogize it or bar, no matter how I would see a piano appreciate it, body needs to be city, you know. There were conversations of that on France exclusive interview, you know, and then they collaborate with Davido Activator, we all love, you know. There were issues raised on that interview concerning Sa Collabona or you know. Now, Oko Move Bang Bang Show exclusive interview in June 2024, he represented. Now, TRT Africa exclusive interview also happened on June 2024. Sabrina were winning Artist of the Year 2024, TGMAs, you know. So that conversation was very ripe on TRT Africa interview. Now, the Cyrus XM exclusive interview and also a performance happened in the USA on May 16, 2024. BET TV exclusive chat and feature articles. So no, you can find Stonebwoy. Articles on him concerning how our OFUC Afrobeat together with the dancehall and exclusively on the album release. We all know said the up and running album a versatile palm. Now, on to the CNN Africa Voices Changemakers documentary. Stonebwoy was featured. The CNN Inside Africa documentary, it had Angelique Kudjo on it. And we all know Manoji, the classic with the Angelique Kudjo. So those conversations couldn't have gone on without the artist Stonebwoy, a feature, Ewomu. Now, VA News, Music Time in Africa, it has Stonebwoy on there. VOA News Red Carpet Series, it had the One Guard Stonebwoy on there. Billboard feature articles, a lot. You can Google as I speak. So worldwide, Grammy feature articles, so worldwide, dear, we cemented that brand Stonebwoy. Mobia who say kama. Yebano say yebi bremu, yebano say global. So dear, the brand is very, very active.
Well, questions for a year King Promise. How well did your artist brand appeal to the world, the year and the review?
Okay, so I am a designer, one can Ghana, one can the world, which means that just as you believe, the scheme also believes, say, artists, no, when it comes to Ghana Music Awards, now even though you see Ghana Music Awards, the international fit of the artists is so very essential. And to fans will come outside, so send your ultimate fans, my who say, yeah, we a guy, no, and also can come on home. Let's start with home because this is Ghana Music Awards. Martin Kumobebre, oh, and I can promise they or no international market, continental, tinenyo no baby, and Ghana. Of course, says scheme now say you must have audience appeal. Like it means that as long as you are in the category, no, they believe that you check that thing. So let's go into it. Ye bano ye Ghana ha ne ye kase first ye ka Accra. Of course, ye were Dunk Fest, Salah Fest, Ghana Report, Hennessy Brand Ambassador deal near dia. Even Nungwa Homo Festival, he was in it. He was part. And so now yes, several headlining shows as a guy were dropping a project or activating a True to Self project in Ghana. And then aside that, he has to activate the brand to outside of Accra because Martin Kumobebre said when it comes to King Promise brand, they acquire international and that there's no Wasa is not Accra. Same for Brekum, Ebri, Akosombo. So anybody that says, in fact, Osasu Kwakwa Ashanti region, and we are here in who say, oh, there was all African games. King Promise was on it, which means that when it comes to events that recognizes anything that has got to do with Ghana, any international, they know that all they can promise to swear. So the audience appeal, it wasn't limited to anything Ghana pay. Now, you can't far African continent now. King Promise was in Kenya, Sierra Leone, Gambia, and then he was in South Africa. You free now you can say you go Europe. He was in UK, he was in Paris, he was in Belgium, he was in your friend is in Sweden, he was in Italy, he was in Spain. And all the continents, now we have 7 continents. This artist, as you said, his influence or audience appeal in the world, he actually influenced 5 continents out of the 7 continents. It's not an easy feat. And yet easy crime. Now, you call the north and south part of America, or Washington DC, or Detroit, or Toronto, or Vancouver. So just say Canada, or say baby, then he came to the Oceania. He was in Australia, Sydney, Perth, Melbourne. And then this one, to me, I feel like it sets him apart. I mean, your artist can go to Obetimia or Qatar, Obetimia or Dubai, but so because a Makoto or baby, usually consolidated shows in that continent to solidify himself. And to me, the Asia tour was one thing I cannot take out when it comes to the influence when it comes to audience appeal for King Promise in the world. Now, yenka about Asia Tono, Singapore, Bali, Jakarta, Bahrain is a Middle East country, and Sana Oko Dubai, Oko Japan, Oko Malaysia. Now, anytime yenka audience appeal of our artists, I see that the limits the encomo, even when they are talking about outside of Ghana. Oh, he has gone outside of Ghana, and you see the audience, but look at the audience quality of King Promise's shows, especially the ones that he headlines himself. What do you mean? Who said this artist? No, the audience appeal. It doesn't just extend to the other Africans or other Ghanaians in the diaspora. It even appeals to the larger markets there. Abrofunie, Chinese, they are all parts, because the guy on just if I say, oh, Ghana artist or when the audience appeal, he is building. Now, even the generational difference of the audience appeal can be seen. Meaning some video now or post here of Nkorano white children or moto or shako, which means say the audience appeal, aside the race difference that he appeals to, he also appeals to the age difference. Because me I'm to him meaning continental to meaning Paris, meaning favorite story. Wow, with the way unim to penny binum encouraging to, so his audience appeal, it moved past the regular Ghanaians in the diaspora and then tackled the rest of the world. So Obika, so oh, King Promise did not get any audience appeal the year under review. No, it's not true. Because in Ghana he had, outside of Accra he had, and as over the world there are 5 out of 7 continents. Obian to know. That's one time, Anna. Oh, yeah, no. Why you weighing in area? No. Onim say, and maybe beba amayaka sem na ye we no ntino. O say onim, I will do all this and still do my show to prove to you that yes, outside I am willing to go. Mesan so abefie abetri crowd. So he did his show, Promised Land, which he has been doing for some years. But because he was in the other 5 continents, he didn't rest. He came back and he put the crowd and he did it and then filled the space that he did. And you know, media, when it comes to audience appeal, I really don't know who in this category can promise or channel. I really don't know who.
Okay. Same question goes to you, German Portfolio, the MC. How well did your artist brand appeal to the year, in the year, and the review?
Well, thank you very much. To see that the debate is centered around who has done what in generation of audience appeal, and to know that a gentleman just registered presence in the scene heavily in the space of 12 months proper, and to compete with other names that have been there and have top of mind awareness. Imagine the same gentleman in question had been and registered his name in the scene for God knows how long. It shows that 2024, what King Paluta has been able to do and generate audience appeal is something that should be a program of study on its own. That is why I always insist that anytime you hear a conversation, ye musa say, dear baby, I didn't pani rano, a ye juma or yano 2024 na dini rahwana, especially Jenna o tonwa ding, Ghana for suse o tonwa ding, which is her life. Now, it's easy to sell Ajedana because omu foreign appeal need that. But why you say you stick to the identity of Ghana and sell Ghana in a space of 12 months? Only top of mind awareness from Ebia 6 years ago or 10 years ago. But only 12 months yana what me the Ghana a drew way. It shows say a brand here no 2024 in India. Now appeal crowd here is the easiest thing I know crowd here. You don't even need experts like some of us. And you see, when we talk about audience appeal, then you generate your statistics and data from authorities in this space. And I'm glad, but that seated right here is the current and reigning MC Hype Man of the Year for Ghana 2024. So I am a music statistical agent. I'm a go-to person when you want to know whose music is activated. And gladly, I am not restricted to the prim and proper events. I do Hype Man shows. I do the raid events. I'm into nightlife as well. So I know which musician has his music activated a lot across all the demographics. And I can say on authority, as the MCI Man of the Year, having done over 2,000 events, that 2024, there was no one who appealed to the crowd, whether nightlife, whether weddings, any type of event than King Paluta. Locally, he is on match for that gap. It's even a non-starter because I have never in a long while, in a space of 12 months, someone who has been able to register his brand on the lips of every type of age bracket the age demography, the oldies. For the case, you know the gentleman ruled. And even within the youthful age bracket. So every strength of every artist in this race, Paluta invaded there. That is how special Paluta is. And you see, like I said, whether we like it or yes, the primary statistical base is to make sure you have conquered your own place, and then by extension, wherever you have conquered should be an icing on the cake. And that is to show that Paluta clearly, even evidential from the statistics of DSPs or digital stores that Ghanaians patronize the most. I am glad that I'm able to talk with all my chest up and shoulder high that my candidate and the candidate of 90% of Ghanaians was the most dominant artist on the online metrics according to all the DSPs that Ghanaians patronize. It's Obiba on for online metrics in Mrase. Why na Ghana 40 years? So the first measure of appeal. And I like the fact that say, you know, when we TGM was suspending to the entire Omuyi Makuma film, no, they brought out a new measure ni panappeal. No. So we online if you are almost a co-form, a kokoshe. Online, yeah, the chat or more names say online Paluta the ball BH, and we will come back to that conversation. One measure of appeal. Say Ghana Fonya dawa omunti onyum online. And here one factor. Obo also a bit in your online so over chroma among phone. Now I am glad appeal measure bakuni. Yeah, well, obi o tiha. Me hu say obi anu ankasa tisi from a statistical appeal. Appeal statistics. Ewo form na ope artist a omode omonyum nya appeal 2024. Oh yes, you know, a post no or no ankasa ni artist nyom wan fa nka ho. Or the me artist nyom any kiddie any familiar nyom na here because the person doesn't believe say any artist nyom no obi obosti of online streams no or call from no and follow no any artist nyom anka ho because appeal ni ho o appeal Ghanaians will pursue you, promoters will book you everywhere across all the 16 regions of Ghana. This gentleman, King Paluta, was the most dominant and built and most chased and sought after artist, playing the most. And then the statistics are clear. No one, I repeat, no artist beyond the team across all the 16 regions of Ghana, and by extension, did 3 continents. 3 continents did most European countries headline shows in Asia. Headline shows in Asia, headline shows in London or Britain, headline shows in Europe. And you see, one measure of appeal beyond that, as someone are just 12 months fresh into the game, the impact of what one thing is statistics from the diaspora, and which I can always stand on as enough grounds to show that in 12 months, what the gentleman has been able to do within this short time in the space, the same metrics that Sarkodie used to win Artist of the Year, EL, Kwame Eugene. Over the past year, statistics from Artists of the Year, gentlemen are combining even in 12 months. So imagine if he had been 5 years already in the game or a decade. Ankatija. Now let's go to the diaspora. Diaspora promoters will tell you. So last time, I keep on making this inference. I didn't understand why Paluta was the most dominant artist in the diaspora, especially UK. And the statistics are there, say artists being any team call diaspora UK back to back for more than 5 times. After shows or headline we were Manchester, why artists kept booking the gentleman. Statistics from promoters and even on grounds from influencers who were part of all the events I was Abroche Kache said. The promoters say 2024 gentleman who didn't to fly as well. The Ghanaian community came out back to back. That is why he was almost pursued by every promoter. He was able to sell tickets for the promoters. Reason why he was being pursued and being built because you know that the terrain of the diaspora. Unya that lumba untimi mbashon to aso bear 5 abra home. But guess what? Paluta did because the promoters attest to the fact that this gentleman was able to let the Ghanaian community come out in the midst of public outcry that Ghanaian community were not coming out in 2024. Paluta did. Everyone wants to boast about the futures they have gotten. There is no future that presents Ghana the most bragging right than Grammy itself, recognizing you as the poster boy of Ghana hip life music. People are bragging. I was featured in that article, featured in that every artist's dream is what Paluta, the future Paluta got. No matter which kind of future you have gotten, your dream is to be talked about in 2024 by the world's most rated portal. And Grammy said, this gentleman kept hip life alive in 2024. This gentleman was one of the artists who were essential to Ghana music in 2024. No artist in the race achieved these feats. No artist in the race achieved this feat in 2024. That is what I'm saying there. If you are sticking to where the works took all the contestants in the race, and it's about 2024 works, then you know Kim Kaluta is unparalleled in connection with how he was able to connect the world, even the various award schemes that he was awarded as a fresher, bagging the best new artist, best hip live artist, best countless of them. And so the statistics are here to show local, and then by extension, diaspora. 1 year in the game with strong presence. Just 1 year, I'm emphasis on 1 year. And having done this, registering presence in just 12 months and giving people headache. Imagine if he was just 3 years in the game. Paul Lambantem. Imagine if he was just 4 years in the game. Trying to sell a genre that is so difficult to gain acceptance beyond Ghana. And he has added the achievement of the legendary Dad Lumba, part of it, combined with what Kwame Eugene came to do, what the Bisacades came to do, what the Kwamina Kwabines came to do, and has really catapulted it on the next level. By inference, automatically, you should know that this gentleman is what a white man defined as having the highest audience appeal. So with all this, you don't even need to just, in a year, from the start of the year to the end of the year, you have proven beyond reasonable doubt that you are the most chased and sought after artist who can let people come out, whether urban, whether rural, whether diaspora. Do you need to prove yourself one day to bring out like 200 or 300 people to do a deceptive drone shot to show your audience appeal? No, he has proven himself from the start of the year to the very tail end of the year. And this is what a white man called audience appeal within 12 months. Thank you.
Vada, would you like to respond?
Yes, I think Portfolio is the funniest commentator on this desk, because you want to tout your award as MC Hype Man and use that as a benchmark to measure Enyuma Ebon and Numere nightlife. Also about 2,000 shows. You're divided by 365 days in a year. Just every night, about 6 shows, all within the 24 hours. Kim Paluta argument on audience appeal, again, mystery. And even Kim Promise, Krebibe Chino, me Koba. So Paluta outline now, there are 2 on the activities now. He has taken over the job of Google Map, mentioning towns in the list. Ubehu Brekum, Atonsu, say, what actual shows happened in those locations? Say, Jumani, the Google Map, that you don't need to come and repeat the locations in lineup. So, Juma. Let me tell you about an artist or a deep-rooted home grounds to say Stone Boy. Now, Stone Boy headlined almost every major show in Ghana, Hanum say. And I'll give you a list. Now, Beam Festival, the crowning in All African Games closing ceremony, you Stone Boy. Voja Easter Regatta Festival, you Stone Boy. Nima Sanla Festival, 25th TGMA Experience Concert. Stone Boy live in Dentra. FC Samates Coronation with Stone Boy. Draminafa Football Tournament. Ghana Niger Food Festival. Tidal Rave Festival. Adum FM Family Color Party. Hogbechocho Music Jam. Peace Concert, Manso Akwesiso. The Joy Concert, Takwatanko Foundation Peace Concert, Obuasi Gringo Bitters Carnival, Kumase, Obuasi Gringo Bitters Carnival, Obuasi Teens Ray Festival, 3FM All White Party, All Black Party, Africa Prosperity Champions Award, Techno Come on 30 Series launch, Africa Prosperity Network 2025 launch, Gamepa Our Day Night with Stone Boy, Mad Club one year anniversary concert, Hips Africa Diamond Edition, TGMA 25th anniversary industry mixer with Stone Boy, Techno AI Evolution launch, 10 on deck concert, Campus Go Rock, Uniba Campus, UEW, Telecel 10 Up, Sunyani, Presec Touch and Bonfire, Eurocham at 10 concert, Omni Basic Bank end of year part. It goes on, and every major concert, of course, we're gonna hand say BR. He was, and yes, a feature though, he was the headliner. So, catch me say, who needs audience, homegrown audience appeal now? How are you able to headline all these tall lists I mentioned? And mind you, these are not names of towns and cities. These are actual shows, a course. Can promise. Me say Natalie ka brekum na nunguana every girls na ye misre. Check his list. An artist worth in sort 10 shows pen or ball Ghana and say out of 365 days no 10 local shows pay. And I brand to me boy, is it my 10 minutes? And I say rebuttal is okay. 10 shows. Now looking at Stone Boy, no, we could say the year under review, no, or perform me to a total of about 500,000 people across all festivals, any homegrown shows, no, because festivals, no, we averaging about 25 to 30,000 people, and at homegrown shows, young kokra, no, then 5,000 people. So what are you telling me? Say audience appeal na paluta na wako UK mienu miensa na wa band shows, no, it's there for you to see. Every major show a top from Ghana Hanum say you could feel Stone Boy was here. So what is he talking about? Say audience appeal.
Tilly.
Yeah, I would like
4 minutes to respond.
Yeah, to talk. We're in a very short crowd. Portfolio can be all the time. I tell you, Okasa, and at the promoters no you be so almost say then why ne be so. Every time portfolio bekasa, he's never able to provide any substantive. You be say me some kwa kwashe. Me who po be a ye be say UK promoters. They na paluta nkwa na eba. But they be also why private school be you know beside no must say. Point me to the source. Now me ko check it. Also, who can say be who can now say to any platform a Ghana dominated via Kempaluta a dominate here. One platform that is Ghana dominated YouTube. Me who say a playing ground Emma Ghanaian artists via especially even gospel for no. Let me go and put the metrics of Kempaluta YouTube. Now me compare with the other ones. Now who say sometimes I check it everywhere. No who's our artist or what you think he is, no he is. Now let's go on YouTube. YouTube Asida, which was they were selected and according to the scale, no, Asida did far better than Makuma. Asida on YouTube had 4.1 million. I mean for Makuma and Kamu because as he said it was a hit. It had 3.2 million and Apeki had 2.8 million. And America Stoneboy, yeah, Stoneboy had 2.3 million. JJJ, which was this biggest song the year under review, had 3.4 million. And Jiggle and Wine. Jiggle and Wine had 862,070. Now listen to Kim Promise's own. Kim Promise, the year 2024, Paris had 6.3 million on YouTube. And our favorite story, 4.8 million. Continental, 1.1 million. And to me the message me because I have numbers that you can see to tell you, say, when it comes to online now, what did you know? And he was the biggest, he was the then. I had no child. So you can say, oh, maybe I'm a audio marker. Yes, my artist no say but no crap put the margins no compared to other platforms. You can your artist does not stand tall. And to me, when he ain't can't tell me say on the DSPs or on the platforms or where Ghanaians listen, your artist stopped. When I have put down best to prove the contrary to that. Now, okay, say, oh, my artist doesn't have to do any show to prove. Say he has to do his show to prove. Because all Casanote festivals, me so make me full list and all festivals. Okay, UK, obeti UK. Ain't no say no. Ni show na me show. In fact, KNUS crowd artists now kasa ni hometown ni Ashanti region. Me who KNUS show be our artist ni just or one na kana me who ne correct me because as far as I know, 3 music awards spent whole week. No jinemu, which is Can Promise. Ain't to home we know the obeti me solidify who say oh, even tech for now or my boss no mu nim dia wo so no. At least say what is na a guy crowd. Would ye for presence be grace. It's all the time. If you want to limit it to in a promoter store, almost say he's the most sort of almost say why must see.
Okay.
You have 1 minute more.
I have 1 minute more.
Yeah.
And finally, my video be out of context, but I'm not going to because I know say you knew say before that can I make sure that I can promise me but as I said, men kasa without giving us the source and the fact. Don't always talk that way because kasa I just put the metrics and our artists not all real on large scales.
Thank you very much.
Portfolio 4 minutes to respond.
Right. Say I don't know. A bonus show now himself 9 engineer. And now we take us a credit me was so name. Now on say family feud there meet me family home gym. So I will not call my lovely sister funny, but she's rather interested with some of the comments.
I'm not your family member.
No. But here, let me a family feud.
Not your family member.
Well, but these interjections take away my time. So you just have to allow me because it's my time. Ladies and gentlemen, one thing I was saying, who said, stating that they make us say, Kimpaluta nine ejina industry nima or they minya mainu. 12 months as same near ni obia or war industry or a legend. 10 years echo, and no be a womb bear 6 years old. It's I was saying a crowd who say, Paluta who Aquana Nina, and I'm a patrol. Daddy Lumba ain't here so obey a Juma 2024 and send a headline artist will come in. Patroyentio, O build they will brand over the years, sir. Audience appeal near they are building over the years. It doesn't matter whether you are active the year under review. You have automatic audience appeal. Shatawale doesn't need to work in 2024 to have the same level of audience appeal in the next 5 years. Overlord doesn't need to even be active in 20. He can remain silent in the next 5 years. He can still generate the same level of audience appeal. That is what I'm saying. Say, what makes Kimpaluta special? Say, you can see that all the measure of his audience appeal is because of his dominance in 2024, which doubles as the year in contention. Now, it's a no cry the Mufantoche, and I'm winning, say, a bad number so crash with ya. Now, Madam Yao say, you see, in terms of numbers, can promise team no. Amuna expose when I am a yes, I brand Juma Kakra, Wayan, KB and Kobet Media D, Ted B, or racing him no, or the intro cray Magana for Buffon because or 2 foot rogo among when I am Mumbusa Mose, or more can numbers, and young Bain or more can numbers. Koshekin promise numbers be or dear put out bia. Terminator Eda Sushim. In 2024, ye didn't come up. Work of a Terminator and a perfect combi. Eddie Babe did 2024 come up. And I can show you statistics where every conversation about numbers they are pushing the numbers. A year Terminator, a year la Tetenyuma was said about 2024 conversation or they bluff because Ushem we are YouTube metrics no aha. The most streamed artists. Say because smoke cry YouTube mark, smoke cry, Emma can promise that. Now audio mark. Obetwan throw say audio mark whatever be say a premium oko sesi I can promise nenyum da audio mark free boom play okay omo obi a say nenyum ni boom play and so omo ye no or the boom play numbers eba omo performance sheet nim and throw bebre so omo say the enti na omo the boom play numbers ebe anytime obo say can promise number shoot over Paluta bia no akofa titenyom terminator and I said be shame because in 2024 we black of free wa Kimpaluta is the most streamed artist on YouTube. Audio Mac or the Bobia, other platform or the Bobia, Modiane Spotify. And now, Obetran throw say, or Ashanti region in Ania Diadi, or Boak, Ashanti region 2024, or by a year no buy. Anytime I can West or campus shows, anytime I can campus for Buku Paluta be our butchery, and Okra a testament to when a particular show be a fair now, one of the biggest shows in West Africa, no wa butchery. So anytime there was booking, be a Oka Okumasi, Nakin Paluta. Ewo booking swabroche. It's a gentleman who has audience appeal there. A year 2024, a Juman Kwan, a Dini Rababy. And yes, so I came to match it. And I said, who kicking numbers? Online, so a form no Otona yeto, on no be a bonidi, Paluta, Emra for you for no, and cry, Obia say, Paluta, 2024, a Juma, Assembly, Mamukofa, old glories, and Bambe competing 2 months from you. Say, ye terminate a free man. M said, I Timitanity in Geometry cried the booking promise.
Right, 2 minutes for rebuttals if you're good for that.
I think say it was a Lumba restraining order. It's yes, Branty. It was so courts normal portfolio. TS say on to mean rubbishing a 40-year career, and I want to mean dragging into Kimpaluta. He's a gentleman. I was chatting a path. Every given opportunity, be I was over Rabbi Lumba. Will massive say Lumba the sympathy votes be bro. A Juman and one at that one no. I asked him say, "Oh, list I would have batting 4 pages as though what is a year Juma towns a dinner or church or ball town dino show patting ben a course so one man. You've not been able to tell us who can me achieve Lumba their bedroom as if say I been wa have favor and enter as it does so by force. How does that work? Excellent. If you want to score points on audience appeal and you keep mentioning Lumba, when you have a track, I will say, Edonipa Kwa you booking with artists, why is that alone not a promotional tool for you, but you have to rely on other artists?
Tilly,
Yes.
2 minutes for rebuttal.
Portfolio. Ne ho ani ka bebre osori a osi me twantron. Ye wagana ha say and a portfolio in 2024 or company ma Stoneboy. Me diffuse terminator asem na okano. So what I said the whole time me bo Paris Continental na ma bo numbers me bo terminator din. But because of the abemuti, let me just add it. Ye wagana hana this gentleman Kroya, he was campaigning for Stoneboy. And he was campaigning as Stoneboy editing an album which was Fifth Dimension then. And we need, guess what? There was a song, Activate, that had the video, was released in 2020 at the time. And it was on Stoneboy's 2023 album, which is a Fifth Dimension. Padima Groya, a campaign, Mano, Emma Stoneboy, this album, new winning artist of the year. And what is so wrong? Say Terminator, a Can Promise project, that is 1 year. What artist now campaigning man last year no 8 3 years project era na de mu e boosting the numbers but you see wokasa akra as I said you are saying it because person wokasa e we ni agina wokasa bi masheda na me hihihihie nyom no 1111 but woko bia na wasan akwatam Terminator na wo kana na tili twantro wonko na Terminator show trim because as I've sat here me mbo Terminator my bo Paris my bo Continental but once again me I cannot deal with the metrics I will use TGMA as a scheme, if they have a problem with Can Promise putting Terminator on True to Self, come on for album nation. 3 years, and no more Stoneboy, oh yeah, man, last year, or yeah, no, or the car album, I think so, the winning album of the year, that year. And I cannot deal with the metrics and the goblins in your head. I cannot deal with that. If that thing was a problem for TGMA, Naka TGMA will say, Munyi free. As long as we are dealing with the TGMA metrics, and yet they are working and I'm imitating.
Portfolio, 2 minutes for rebuttals.
This clearly shows that every brags beer they have, Biano, it's not because of their 2024 relevance. So they can still rely on past glories. And you come from almost Safonhine because Sankanuni Nima, Minjini Twa say was a artist of the year conversation. They make can say you are right, say, but one can't check Ghana for say. Anytime somebody number a champo Biano, it's because Terminator and Kwan bragging right. It's here if you are. Mijini said tomato crash should be here. The rap should be here over them. Now, Mrs. Tanso Casano, the American now, I'm comparing the gentleman to greatness. I'm time and now I'm lying. You are comparing the gentleman to greatness. Say, I didn't know what in just 12 months on it. Legends, competing legends, it's a Stoneboy. Any made legends, at say, Can Promise more competing. Sure, a brand here no. Now, every one wants to legends, but why and Tini? I say, 12 months na Kimpaluta, and your impact when you now. And no, now appeal back on Sunye. Every event calendar, piano, dynamics necessary. This year, event calendar, the any music, apart from your regular event. Event calendar and so electioneering season. Elections are activated with music. Who was the poster boy of Ghana's electioneering season? Appeal, another aspect of appeal. Bro, me did not lumba bema na akoshe minya baibo. But where they are that lumba, untimim boha, and must still have for some pewasem. And so Kimpaluta, whether say NDC forces still now you are the man of the moment. 2024 is yours. We still need you. MPP forces so back to back. Afra Frantose ha. Only appeal in 2024 Jumanji Abrantene Boha MPP Tor NDC Tor Afra Franto Tor oh hot cake in 2024 we will chase you. What you say? And Abrantene say TV so say radio say online on the dominating hijacking system. In fact, Otoni Hayama become other artists so and then on Ushema Kimpaluta artists be bragging right to scheme him. Otone light to Rafford, so now Rafford and your best new artist, no and your best collaboration, no and your best supply song. Otone you so now if you no baroni and rap on Kwana they can ask him and no baroni boast of several nominations because of now go club cry and Camido and a Kimpaluta no. Now yeah do even more we are YouTubers. A great time keeper, we are YouTuber. Also a YouTuber and they are respect by mama apart from Stoneboy. We say why na modi near content I'm on for a true mika. Ebeshe. Whoa. Why na modi 2024? Who had the appeal in such a way that more than content? Me the Stoneboy legendary status, now more. We are the content. I'm on from a share. Only appeal. Opa mo ye can promise who content is here. Neche. But Paluta who asemba. Ne Grammy who asemba. Onunti Roman software you already because or appeal. Every name called church. Emo dominate church ma ye Roman for the BCA in the Diocese man one appeal be this. Appeal be this.
Slim.
There's supposed to be 2 minutes. I know your moderator's discretion. And minimum so open tap into that.
Me challenging portfolio. One major thing now. It generates a lot of talkability about Kim Palute being sida or say YouTubers crack in. Headless waha.
Yes.
A day in a sifa craft no one air conwanti a CZ traffic will come hanum say. I don't know why a portfolio repeatedly no or the perform misfortune or how a tone crofon or they are done audience appeal or they fans. Obia kobo onyuma ma ye yinedia na we any audience appeal for ho. You keep saying say NDC MPP afafranto your own artists countless occasions said say a business na oye said ye Nero X ko gina so 2 bi no sa na artist no koy okọ 2 bi a yetua neka ye ka for the first time there's been talks on say unyum o artist ne nyum etimi akose disaffection will come big grandma lead your mokra mama ko opposition say see as also ye be ma san come mount sa platform no na for artist no ko gina so hwe say ezen e be si wate a so misfortune just a sign in your man because I answer dan ko yie no eno na wo dey score points. I don't get it. Minti ase that ben na MPP be declare so ma sign ni paluta and that ben NDC e declare say sign ni paluta say o ma me campaign ma ya fa no say ambassador to proper on me say 2% enyom aseda ene makoma no on ma me research say the 2% vote crack o can any political party vote 2% Kramakwe and 1% vote. Because we all saw what that the Lumba did with Nana Oyewina. We all saw what Nasi did with Queen. And Timakumano, and he fapa netiminya 1% vote, and they be attached to any political party and nunti, and was see a boss near Boa Basuong. Or koye business or kotu nenyum, yetianeka or koni baby.
Time is up. Tilly.
Oh, I think they were diffusing in some intro ucha. But you see, most of the times no, a bano in common who be na who are then war. Or per se, like there's this perception that goes out there that if the artist is not loud and now they are not robed in a certain controversy, not just say artists no only audience appeal, there's no talkability. A chumano. That is why I like TGMA. When it comes to it, they don't select most controversial artists of the year, newsworthy artists of the year. They look at the work. And see, so what kasana the whole year you are popular. Na me ba ejuma na me fa metrics. Na wo fa o metrics. Na se me biti wa. Why you ejuma wa kasa waiting? Why you interviews there? But me chow. Me chow simple hands down because it comes back to the work. I don't care if your artist was in CNN, CWY. By the way, Kim Promise was also on a CNN interview. Or he found, or I don't care. At the end of the day, we are using the guidelines of TGMA. Does my artist have audience appeal than yours? Yes. Whether or not, or if Roman for the big or die and you free more, I don't care. Because my artist is not robed in controversy, you think he doesn't have, you are joking. You are so joking.
Portfolio 2 minutes.
It is not my fault. Say my artists at the high life, a different genre, back to back, I rainy the whole Ghana. Now appeal now, or they are rainy lovers of that's in quote secular genre. No, what me transition in appeal wise, I could real story there, mama. Go and ask, brother Same, the collection of a ubukina, brother Same, Paluta, no beto, a boy George Blessing. Just what real story appeal bears nam near cano. Appeal no swan. Say echo a boy sorry de mama enunti etiamnya misfortune asem ade make say paluta ye kesia free ni domain e invade a fraternity a enye easy say we be free secular fraternity mu I invade eno na make appeal we free ni comfort zone akọ dominate wo ho ama enunti because say church ni embracing no and my whole Catholic release letter to warn the penetration the guy is having in the Christian fraternity eno na ya appeal uko CNN no uko now credits anyo man e come I am a stone boy monka now uko CNN no to adwuma no na ma Grammy say abrante ne top artist essential to Ghana music which is hype life enya adwuma no adwuma no de ne call menka endorsement so akọ endorse party I'm saying say a party bia ya oye ne line up obusa say why near the kwa obetumi kick crowd no kick me and almost say paluta NDC for omomba rally no omo maso to form NDC for so say paluta afrafranto for organizer do omo to form omo say is the gentleman appeal ben the same way. It doesn't matter whether he has not even endorsed any political party. But see the year form no, the aftermath of it, yes, will be unfound. But Omodi almost to form in 2024 no. Edinburgh open no moti. MPP for organizers no for my here for palutamra. Obetimi atwedom naba. Rally no edoma abano. Paluta ntidia e appeal. NDC rally no edoma tweba na okoe no. Omo badia e paluta. Afrafranton so otimidi on the two so enunti amanfo puba no. E paluta. Or your poster boy of Ghana electioneering season. And yami fought, say what artists no, anti-mian kati across. And yami fought, say what artists no, ye any free chroma intimate tone baby for maybe artists no, ye tony chrome, ye to, a crassy ye to, a brote ye to, cut across.
Thank you very much, MC Portfolio. So we're done with our first question. Round one is done. We're moving to second question. Second question, you better start here free. German Portfolio, the MC Hona Fe Diaba. As agreed earlier. You have 10 minutes to answer, and then after that, you were 4, 3, and then 2 minutes following your responses, rebuttals, and moderator's discretion. If you are ready, Portfolio, this is your question. How popular was your artist in the review year?
Popularity. I was no cracker about popularity. Hey, but Paluta pa there was a referendum about popularity. I didn't tour. Near Fregana from Mombeto, yes. Mombeto, no. High popularity, Yampong, Brapen Yampong. The word popularity, you see, you can be famous and not be liked. That is not about fame, it's about popularity. It means that you have to be, in 2024, say, 2024 Jumani Edeka, you have to be famous and be liked. That is popularity. Abrantia, the popularity, Ebiani de American, know. Or yeah, the number one thing that happened to Ghana music from the start of the year with the biggest song. Charts, all the biggest chat shows I waha. Popularity did be say omu bie mu ye free be request shows. Chat bia e ne chatter obiem request show Ghana for more requesting yom no mo dey omu chat no. Aya bie ne antum. Na say am ne sister e kotena ba bi na am for free. Popularity ne say we ba na say asedan ko atimi kate asedan ko atimi cross album ni nyina atwa etwa film cruise album ni asedan ko atimi yi free ho no. Popularity omu request ya everyone request asedan. It was the number one song. Ghanaians need to stream the album and also patronize it on the grounds for it to gain popularity. The request over presenters nina popularity number one. Now the another level of popularity. Anytime Paluta released, it doesn't just enter the chart, it becomes number one. And his everyone has it, but he has monstrous hits, like monster hits. It's hits no different. I don't know, Minister E hits a quantification or quantify hit or say hit be a relative. It's in fact or the Kwaku Smoke crab them say Kwaku Smoke hit near within a community. Onim say or no so artists no say the oka who you free baby on one nothing and no statistics now and went to me and find artists in your uncle because within a certain community ubon ninyum baby but popularity a crassy for say Paluta Makuma no kwa de beye no eche and the sabe two ne ho Paluta nko and otimbe number one. Now or say kikan who be ma wabetu ne ho afri number one abe number one because music chat no omo requested asidana till they say a topo chat metrics chat ni nyina all the music chat makuma so ba no the same thing they did in ebetu asida free honum afei o wie no kra na afei na other artists be akeke omo ho a ye hu say eh omo so hihye ho ni bi no na wasama the biggest music term popularity measure ba ko ne say ade a wo de beba no obi e ka bi ene apeke household name obi ase apeke because Paluta spearheaded the whole apeke thing na man be on the list of people to sell lollipop like a man cry they has a lip gloss or apeke. This is popularity. You get everyone to endorse something that you brought through music. It's here ni nyina no hwe the gentleman keeps being the biggest and the most talked about thing with music throughout. Anytime Paluta controversy bang. All the controversy they say or the music na koye adwuma and amoka ho asem. Popularity be say sorry them nyina. Popularity be say me MC okọ weddings ah. I front nyina all the ones because say obi abai our mouth list of songs amopa. Popularity ni say everyone who did wedding in 2024 bia couple never got say when you are entering play as Makuma because uba edomo a Paluta ma ye di do oba asemu ani jema paluta maes into omo amudi do popularity before in the midst of omo pedo die te say tilimo ne ebi avoid mo no omo amu bi popularity between party among party people so omo amu jimani everybody this is party rock club yeah diodo where the other and I'm sorry them for so no omo person we inspired so osa mamu nyoma musad betu etinipa na e versatile in such a way say across the length and breadth and every type of event registering different type of popularity for different projects impact influence in such a way say obi anya ne so fa so ene esonya koso even the DJ fraternity no popularity within the DJs fraternity almost say Paluta was part of Artisa or Nigerian dominance or influx on infiltration of music from because he dominated their playlist at events in such a way that one person is either you are playing a song from him or a song that had him on it. One man, bro, you know, omu playlist in 2024 na near so say on say and moko ye play Ghana agenda bi mokai moko meeting money creative as and a Paluta ba nyami yi Paluta ma Ghana in 2024. Nyami Paluta ma Ghana in 2024. DJs say they can play maybe a 30 song and then one person is dominating like 15 of the playlists either as a featured artist or as an artist himself. Where are you regular? Popularity as sama AK. Otoni Chroma, a Chrome Force, yeah, Paluta ni Accra shows or bob back to back. Sebi, yenuanom omo mu check Accra no say, hey Paluta. Abroche for ne say, gentleman no. And no popularity ben UBM. Even in 2024, Ghana Cracker Chance on had the biggest discovery in our music by awarding him the best new artist. And to your popularity, we're sorry them, we're baby. And to gentleman, Anka said, yeah, bust 2024, where Juma, nay, yes, Abia, ye the big home, near seeing I have fat dear, a man nipa, a genius in 2024. Kim Paluta, a Jumana Sikra man.
Tilly.
may respond to
your main question. How popular was your artist the year under review?
Okay, so as I keep saying, whenever it comes to the conversation of TGM, there are usually guidelines in the checking. Now, all Casanomati in Sembebra all to describe the artist no popularity. Or say club, or say a hefa. Any place or mobile ne artist in yom obete continental obete Paris so ewo so ye the clubs are what is a drop here on my shako there for you.
I have a continental co betting co.
My pacho what time
we bintina me you be I have a continental co betting co menka say
portfolio.
He did same to me, you didn't talk about it. She did same to me. So I won't do it again. I won't do it again, sorry.
Pacho wait my ring give on my start you. Cause okay, enti baby a obeko bia obete say oh omo abo anum we no because Kempaluta ni num nyina eye 4 ni num nyina eye 4 it is a night club obi ko spend 6 hours wo ha wonti me nka say omo bo Kempaluta nyom nko 6 hours wo ho it's not possible. Enti obo we are na afi wakofa true to self no wakofa true to self projects no go back to back because hit was so you keep saying say hey your artist no he was there then we were all here na give some time but in the floppy portal artist that we say oh you popular it me drop projects na adani beans our system name you say 4 songs but me but in fact the TGM cry they don't even recognize some of the songs are all because any no cry you were Ghana ha and TGM I responded to the artist no can say oh listen yeah popularity as that was popular it say what catch me till you can pass makuma betu as that any no cry because e betu na in terms of the online numbers and even the airplay and it's a TGM tells you that your song is not popular enough my popularity will be set say anywhere your song was played my artist song was played. Also your artist you cannot tell me say because you were a night club you were there your artist no only have 2 major hits panel or no entirely. It's not true. Now as I said oko inquire level one thing I see this season one thing that that was shako bisa accurate timekeeper in Korano videos no woma international schools no local mother's glory in Korano me our day for no and no kwano mu you see so who say once it moves from that it comes to the next as I said generation in Korano who say this song popularity no in fact Mr. Drew Crampo almost say King Promise because Sakura no registered in Korano 3 with the biggest song of the moment Continental and Paris registered now online. Let's talk about the popularity of King Promise online, especially TikTok. One who saw verse now, Olive the boy, you know. Go and check the proper activation of it. Go and see. I used to use my hair, I've learned my lesson. And to say, oh, when it comes to event, it comes to wedding now. Nobody gave one of the sweetest wedding songs to say, because people love it. You can hear the song. Anywhere you go, any corner that music is used. One artist 2 hits now, normal boy at the end 16 at also. Because that is the difference when it comes to artist or what hit or what popularity compared to unknown the end. So when it comes to the matter of popularity, me person now, oh now my what is only 2 songs? Yeah, you did not have to say you're not because a young boy and you're 10. Maybe the bit to me and number is 8. What artist you can say repeat cry, but when the end 4 minutes, it's not possible. It is not possible. So popularity of King Promise, I really don't know who was unless I went PA. Who be a crana a bar or die chia, who betty. Who betty or would die anymore, shed them pass on a woody. I saw the old die chia. The next thing, a pap or more born, name Continental, we go chop. It is not something you can miss, and you are a DJ. Me a sure say we can say we kiwi. Oh, one artist me too now. Nya the yanda review now. The next thing you are playing, a Continental Paris favorite story. Oh, we can about 2 sexy asheho. I don't want to bring Terminator because I hear a same common, but the year under review, yeah, popularity. You cannot compare this artist popularity to your 2 hits artists. No, it's not anti-migrancy.
I love you. I'm crashing on you.
Oh, please. Why would you do that?
Portfolio.
Sorry.
Epacho. Tilly, are you done?
Oh yeah.
Thank you. Vida.
Right. The question is, how popular was my artist Stone Boy in the year and the review? Now, Google now check popularity. I say the state or condition of being liked, admired, or supported by many people. Supported by many people, no, and come or more fan base. Or more fan base, Anna. King Promise fan base, a promise and promise and fail. Now, the other one so the fan base at the same. Brand, you know, is so solid to the point, say, we have the most vibrant fan base. Ghana, Hanu say. And if you see me now, the Shemi says now, there is a brand that has a logo, that has a whole merchandise on display, and even without artists, beam, it settles the matter. And it is supported by many, no, a mercy support. And at the 2 of them, no, omunya. Minya who fan base be a active, a vibrant. Said I am well represented, and that should tell you, say, craft, no, and did it down deep into your space, your way. Now, continuing, no, Stone Boy was the most decorated artist in the year 2024. Oh, we need 25 solid awards, including Mienui Epriwin, which is the TGMA Artist of the Year. Now, International Reggae and World Music Awards, Onya, the best African dancehall entertainer. Na samu per popularity tester and chair cry. I will lead you to the stadium, Black Star game, no. And when pulled up at the stadium, you saw the response. The whole stadium was vibrating. It tells you, Samasa, the Beam brand, you know, Edrich. I mentioned earlier, said, every major show, of course, who are Ghana Harabia, you had Stone Boy headlining it. And now, aside that, you know, I check the audience retention or more attention retention rate. Stone Boy is one artist that ukoni showa from the very minute OG be announces that he's coming on stage, obe hooky our attention from start to finish. And we can even go on the street and ask, say man for entrance, attention retain. It doesn't happen, it doesn't come easy. Paluta kwade, I will not even go there because me catch and say me 1 hour playlist. Ebeye ma wa hanu say. Me catch and say me 1 hour playlist. Or they be retaining sa attention of nipa na or performing tuna. Ebeye case. Me person me tuna call live band performances mu bebre because he be about 10 minutes or better so. Now, moving on, no ye ka political activity wa hanom. Say who pe authentic song ye di ye political campaign. Ye endorse political party biao. Nemum enyuma ye boa. Je. Catch me any political campaign as anyum way and feature was here. Me change so be catch me and yet near Udo who kodoma now kotua etimi lead party because oppositional. And yet disaffection song. Jejereje is an active street anthem. And yet dominating political scene no. It's one more this Afrantone MPP ni NDC abom hon samrane no. This is the proper street statistics of how popular JJJ was. Now, ye tracy ye artistry no to a neighborhood. Can you Nana King, Ashanti International, ex-dome, they did it for Dansuman, DC. Now tell me, Stone Boy, the name Ashaman is synonymous to Stone Boy. And it tells you, say, you're establishing your business in the heart of a shaman. Okwa, Stone Boy, Timmy, I employ Nipa Krapa, Omo T-shop, Beam Shop, and merchandise. No, you're doing my man for. You're equipping a lot of people with skills from the Livingstone Foundation. Now, Pacho, Nungwafo, said the Beam Nation, yeah, shaman. Can we say the same for Nungwa? Can we say the same for Nungwa? Now, I say, Chrome crowd, yeah. Minye hu baby a medi paluta na mechichire na bo. Now, your good deeds no, transcending music into your philanthropic works. You donate it to Hope Setters Autism Center one cry ha. Mother's Day celebration with widows. You donate it to the neonatal intensive care unit at Rage. Slim. You chose a brand and ye to the point say ye free and yum who crampona ye husaya kono. And that is why we take the pains to say ye dipino. Aside music crampona, there's a whole artistry, a blossom. So for popularity, audience appeal, none. And I say none comes close to Stone Boy.
Portfolio.
On Sedebia, I insist.
4 minutes for responses.
Ayana, I insist, sir.
Mr. Accurate Timekeeper, headless YouTuber. Mr. My time no insist so pepe my wife. Pepe.
I don't know me soon as so straight on.
The entire makers and say sometimes I think I messed up in the first round. Bakubu was supposed to be 3 minutes.
Okay.
I say 2 minutes. Oh yeah,
right. Right.
Oja.
So funny enough, you know, Debbie Amikase, Overlord, a legend. We're building a brand over the years. And today, Amikase say, stadium at the year, you know. And I make us say, how does it matter to 2024 works generating into public? Because obviously all of us here, public appeal for the next maybe 5 years, be the same Overlord. No, and I said that number, you want to tell me, say, 2020. And I'm did that number because on the benchmark. Uchu mutaya, that number one shekra or appeal no. But and then the BMD says me boss say, baby a paluta ra because of 2024 na dini ra honum and only my biggest brag. It is say ebia wo nyombi na woka say about me artist can promise mo ka say about me artist yeka 2024 adwuma asem ne yeka and I want to say your artists were here. It's because your artists have been in the game for long, and both of you has very like lengthy catalog and as a fat catalog. So obviously, but I'm saying say Opa 2024, young now popularity a year back for a whole legendary group because he was the poster boy of Ghana music ecosystem. Ofidi Obiama Obianya and a song for Swanitino. You see how the collaboration, even when the Share's biggest song, Our Nyano 24 Paluta Day, to the extent say, why, who are you? Say, oh, yeah, Paluta. Now, Sebi, Obino Wayanyum, and the person is pushing you, say, contribute to the song because you have a certain level of mileage in 2024. And you saw Keche and Paluta, one of the issues they see here, because the guy was the plug. Everyone knew, say, so what I'm fun is so in 2024. So all these playlists I'm saying, I'm not saying say Paluta catalog, yeah, yibia, because obviously, but about 2024, and you know, Sanya Paluta, you know, oh, bo, krana. Majority of playlists, no, ebe dear or no, no contribution was so. And then I make a, and you see, when I talk about collaboration, the reason why I have the biggest flex is because that is one of the advantage Paluta has. Apart from YouTuber, yeah, the ball mumienu. Okay, the most stream artists, Ghana chats a yini de yinaba, and which I will save your outfit with the YouTube, yeah, the ball or mumienu. Audio mark, yeah, the ball mumienu. Audio mark, no, me say lights now, yeah, say premium, and the whole free. This is how I'll be streaming. In fact, because the numbers in Conti, they were forced to release 2 albums. Who can say my album I beans? But you say album be the lost, the luxury acrylic paints. Where is that album? The album also had the same Terminator. Nana Musa had share album nim Busa. Me who one song I had share album bear 3 more. And evidence are here. The loss are Musa because you didn't have the appeal of Ghanaians. You had to also add another album, which I thought me credit and 10 beans and 10 cabbage, man. What are you talking about? Because of pressure, the mamu. It's Paluta there. He had the album, and I will say album this one is the album with the most monster hits. With the most, it's a Baba challenge. Dear now the Baba, the other Baba Biano, who him say, the hits in just regular. A monster. Online, Mamun Kabi, Muyi Spotify free one, no cry, no say make a, and you that I am now, YouTube, Yadeshemo, audio market Shemo, boom play, and Okotina baby said boom play and Yashi Intina can promise. Nancy no way free. In their performance sheet, they added boom play. Where are those numbers? And no cracking Paluta the bono. It's 2024 there. About online, they are only black hole and sometimes Kwaku smoke, but on grounds, say here or near here. And no dear, 2024, Nyom Kwani airboard there. 2024 Juman Kwandia, Nyankofa past glories in Shemudia. Ghana music as Obianya and some for so YouTubers mood do on home. You mood do on home. So Paluta was the man.
Yeah. Thank you, portfolio. Tilly.
Yeah, my started from the boom play in Komona Waka. Listen, they be American, so obey me now with the crowd. Because his songs were pulled out. I never said that his songs were never there. I said his songs were pulled out because boom play, there were rumors said they were moving from Ghana, or more office was closed at the time. And you are right. So when you go into the statistics of Nadia or the buy and before they pull down, because no he signed to Sony, they make sure the artists did falasa on boom play before they pulled the catalog down. It had 56 million streams on there. Now or can say can promise I drop 2 projects or drop it first true to self projects, but because I'm fancy and or drop it deluxe. Let me give you the numbers on the same audio mark. No, next time me say, me more numbers and use common sense and logic. Next time me says I'm fancy and I'll be BT. True to self original has 43.1 million. And when I was seeing Anthony Tomo the deluxe are about to come and make it bigger. No, deluxe had 42.6. Now 43 and 42 then so. Portfolio can't one only. But so you been also. No, can't that be any no been also. Okay, abo. And no been also. O the you funny say.
But you any
chrome say. Compared to artists now the album you be no. Who said your friend is saying Deluxe was supposed to come and make the original one better. How is he making it better when the original was higher than the Deluxe? Now moving on, can't say baby, and I'm an artist, and I say, listen, I make say all the time. It comes back to online numbers. And who said person was starting to skew community say Terminator there. Terminator was brought in. Terminator say me Terminator free man. I keep saying say Paris and Continental, ABT will artists ni be brave. ABT ni be brave. ye favorite story craft free mo eno po ye ka wansem ye ka wansem because ya ho ye mobo because the scheme no omo hwe makoma wait na omo si we no entimi nko ba bia ye mfa aseda no pe aseda ni mpo didn't stand a chance. And at the Biauka, you want to make it look like the online numbers no matter but scheme na ye di ye adwuma say online numbers ka ho. Ain't me patcho me suit ha when in kasa deal with the online numbers because online numbers no ye show poto. Let me give you some of a years now who can online numbers no. Well, artist now who say he had monster hit on his project. The only project the only hit on was so which is Asidano Oko YouTuber. As I said, it had only 4.1 million. Meanwhile, favorite story no. And no cry and 1 Titimuno had 4.8. Enya wafe no. So please, calm down. This is to try and throw it to a mouth for a foot to go a mouth for you know. If we can say you may feel all the time, it's money by the amount. But relax and don't be lying to people because as I am saying, you know, artists know only 2 hit songs. I want the projects so please don't come and lie because we're all in Ghana when the project was stopped. Uncle baby, Minia, Uncle baby.
Thank you, Tilly.
Right. The results from the referendum number. I'm for see no. Enya dia paluta referendum agenda no mofuaso until they have voted no. Or can be and pesa metnetin kakra. Categories no baby anyone ya trust past glory and a qualifier o ma oko. He's saying that because no. I can say Stone Boy in the tops when it comes to Yekaso be an established artist on this table. It's when you pull those cards and say past Gloria, then you want to trash it juma. And like I said, no, a 13-track album, four songs being featured. And a chase past glory and a pushing it onto those categories. Woman now we used to lumber past glory, they are score points for yourself. And no crap on you are struggling. I want to ask Portfolio. The reason why he's all over the place and say the argument he made for Stone Boy to win Artist of the Year last year, no. Any argument na or no. A pair na. On who said last year he had tangibles to speak to. But when he did ruffle feathers all over and I pick your household name. I blame family. We blame family because family I picky no ko register ya. Ganyan say we dey picky giant who say I pick any household term ti. Yen to saf yen bo safo hene. Family start ya picky. No I can't trust. No say a boom. Why you quick da koto nyom so a umi enya aso. Oko register ya na ke registered term na nka by now ye de wa court say dey bi mo esofa na. So he should stick to tangibles. Say nuntino, say one artist na ma untimi enye saying arguments for him. You can join any of the teams here because we have paper, we have tangibles, we have figures. But Paluta no, we are all over the place. Into Obi Biara or share portfolio neno. Uncle you last year video na or company for one guard Stone Boy no. No one share difference no. In run not don't soon. Too much.
Thank you, Vida. Pot, 3 minutes for rebuttals, if you...
Right, I told you that the dynamics of the debate changes every year. Ebetimi amba say me no argument, na say me in rainy season na. Ebetimi amba say dry season no, na dynamics na change. That is why I'm saying that your nkofo bebria award bi how much year. Ebianka the following year, and as I say, Ebianka me fan say bia skinsack. BET ebi oje in 2019 which was well deserved. Ebia in the next year no. A competition conversation very different. I have told you about the dynamics of this year. And if you pass glories no, now me can in such a way say, I keep repeating say, I am ye kasa, yan kase, adina onyano, appeal no onyano, because of 2024 Juma. Two can no about 2024 Juma no. Near the debate. Me arguments in no. Na no cry the men ko kese one ameba osubi. Oh yeah molest. What they say because now Ghana Fonji the branking promising to Muntin. I know so the initial which is amazing. We respect the fact that say or what about you know. But after because now omunya enough statistics say Ghana for etugu ni suntino. On said they be our car, even on the boom, on the audio mokra, modi to your audio maka, margin so. Margin so say. And for me, they are born online. I feel because a margin so and you're popular. I feel it will be because the Ghana for no more accepting it. Omu can try second promise about Ashanti region bebo show. You are talking to the landlord of Ashanti region now. Show me I can throw say Oba show. The only thing that brought him promise to Ashanti region was a funeral. On the 3rd of May 2024, what are you talking about? Authenticate for me where and when can promise a building Ashanti region. So I understand. Say Ebia Ghana for and so artists Nimunia they didn't know. You can't count more than 6 shows in Ghana. I understand because he was not the hottest kid. However, we respect the fact that he had a niche. But even niche in the Crown Asia, Paluta Raho be a headline here. Even a diaspora honum so or Raho be near the day. Please don't lie to the people. Show me where can promise Eba Ashanti region. But across all the 16 regions of Ghana, a gentleman will buy a 1 year pay. Baby, Accra, or say, or baby, or say, or campus, or say, even when he was more, people were chasing him, no number broche. I didn't be an episode of YouTube. The most streamed artists in 2024 on YouTube, the statistics are there. What are you talking about? The statistics are there. And yes, song by song compared, we are talking about who Ghanaians, who appeal to the Ghanaians. Into YouTube or numbers. YouTube or no, yes, I the ball. I don't know, I'm a for terminate and I'm peno. Me say numbers see, me see this year, Cheta House himself. Senka or mania strategic, and for terminate and a perfect, me cry minister terminate and cause a perfect can be so crack. And also, Saka won't the album the half in they are the competing overload. You see, I understand, mean to me, a union scheme, but all can numbers are stick to 2024. Near say, Umudra, Honorable say, Timiternity cry should be second after Kimpaluta. Thank you.
3 minutes, Chile.
Okay, or say I should stick to the numbers, right?
Yes.
It's my fun numbers now, but let's stick to the numbers. And I'm going to mention the hits of 2024 of Kim Promise, and I'll mention the hits of our artists in 2024. Let's just stick to the numbers. I like that. Starting from Spotify. Starting free home. Me say we through Spotify no because all your friend is saying audio mark no. My church started from Spotify. Now Spotify, me for full album no because as you said, numbers be was from that and single out. Me for what artists Makuma and I'm from Aseda because and then I soon the young that review even the scheme recognize it. Your scheme no says it has in fact over Spotify it has 4.2 million. It was Spotify. Makuma is the third. Is the second. It has 3.7 million. And Sana Aba Apeke, it has 1 million. Now, Semi-Fasa projects, which is Kim Promise project, the year 2024, without Terminator, any perfect can be on that same Spotify. Paris has 14.8 million. Now, and Sana Aba favorite story, it has 6.2 million. Now, Aba Continental, 4.1 million. Yes, Samsung called the same. Your friend is saying Apple Music. Apple Music only mean pulling because many of class will artists name could do Apple Music. Apple Music, Yanka favorite story has 3.9 million. Continental 3.1 million. Keep it sexy. And put a list to more 733,804. Paris 3.1 million. Once I make Kasanya, I substantiated it with numbers. Or Kasa won't mean pulling numbers. It was big. But biggest, it means we are comparing it to something. It is a three numbers. Actually, I will say, well, big in it, so now maybe bigger little so same one. You cannot sit here and tell me otherwise. YouTube, for Asida, which was big, 4.1, Makuma 3.2. In this reference, there was no way Makuma be 2 Asida because Makuma was not bigger than Asida. Your biggest artist, the biggest project he had was Asida. And let's compare it to the 2024 project of Kim Promise. Paris, 6.3 million. YouTube, check. Favorite story, 4.8 million. Continental, 1.1 million. And your artists are fair and they can promise. In fact, and I will repeat, Kim Promise, you can pollute a new prayer point and they can promise. When it comes to online and verifying with substantive, no, only be. And to the over can say, and when you go on the street, and I vibe, but you the vibe near and Kati, by now, Kasatawale artist of the year.
Right.
Well,
Slim.
3 minutes.
Any Ashefo, at this stage, I think I have to distinguish myself from the two of them. Because almost preso, but we are looking forward to breaking a record, setting and breaking a record. And see, I would like to distinguish myself from these two, unless the people know the short code for the votes. *1767#. Artist code A6. *1767#. Artist code no A6. 6 no signifying the 6th studio album of Stonebwoy up and running. And whilst they fight, we are focused on setting and breaking the record, which is to retain the title of Artist of the Year. Into a month for *1767# A6. *1767# A6. Stonebwoy for Artist of the Year.
Pacho, do we have rebuttal?
Pacho,
Next question,
rebuttals in there, yeah, exhausting.
Okay.
The I cannot moderator's discretion, but for this one, we see a movie on.
Okay.
So no 2 minutes. Yeah, because main question. So,
Okay.
for this one, we'll start with you, Vida.
All right.
And this is your question. What other factors makes your artist the best to be considered to be the artist of the year?
Okay, aside the many points I'm raising, there is this fancy argument. Platform is to cry at TV, Asia. I'd like to dispel a few things here. Now, there is scanty data on Asian acceptance of dancehall genre. Yes, analysis of Asian, we fall short of, allaying some points, with the fact that there's a genre called dancehall. It's not widely accepted. It was our Asian market, Why? Because Asia is a culturally knit continent, and dancehall language, your posture, the themes that the song exalts, it doesn't sit so well within our Asian market, compared to Afrobeats. So there is a growing trend in our Asian region, Yeah, your friend, the pop culture trend. I friend K-pop, and it dwells highly on Afrobeats, and I transcended from enyum keke krampo onto dance. Your street dance, I can promise the terminator ni one. Sa street dance oko Asia region sisi ana continent sisi ana. Oma adopted sa dance and it is backing sa K-pop culture It's when you sit here and make arguments, say, and I'm an artist go Asia, and a Stonebwoy in Namha, and a Stonebwoy to me go Asia. Me be so. Metimia could be a pork grill, a Muslim country ana. One a very namno. So when you drag me along those lines now, it's as if said Stonebwoy ako Jamaica. And you're so normal. That is the 14. That is the terrain. That is the area. And to who an Afrobeat artist can promise worth your salt. Now go Asia. Ahoy your home grounds. And to men fan bambe exalted as if saying no be ako Asia na a being see that yes so yako Jamaica ya headlining a we won't drag you on those lines because nobody is keeping it sexy in Jamaica. You get what I'm saying? I saw you to Quanta, ya pie, Obian to Quantum Pie with Jamaica. Anything I ain't dragging along those lines, ain't be some say, I don't know, call Jamaica. Friend is saying, Joe Metal is in the run, becoming AOTY. You basically catch and so uncle activating a brand war, Asia now. Maybe I can pollute and obey pray on them. You get it? I'm telling Kim Promise and the team, say, Kai who say henceforth Asia, it is a new funny, Akobo Gamashi. That is your 14. If you are worth your salt as an Afrobeat artist, I want to into the Jamaica na ye find ye de featuring no because of the genre. The genre sits within the heart of the Caribbean. Ain't maminti biom tili maminti biam. And maminti biom da. Say na maboy Asia and a Japano and Why native dancer was some feature? So if you ask me, near my artist, at down swan, aside all the points that I've raised, and then I am squashing that Asia conversation today. Per the demographics analysis of media amount. It is we will also drag you along the lines. What about Jamaica? What headline Cali vibes? Reggae Gill. Yencha Suaya.
Vida, yeah, that's it. Well, I'm on street is watching. In fact, really. G and Sawasi. Probably brought to you by My Bet.Africa. My Bet.Africa team, you know, if you say big ups to you. Social media team, so big ups to you. And just to let you know, odds, you know, you're really easy. My Bet.Africa, 3ws.mybet.africa. Odds for Artist of the Year. Specials session hall. Okona click so odds, you know, you're really easy. And artists now also support, you know, put your money where your mouth is. Now for you also the kakra attach. Now mind you, the maximum stake is 200 Ghana cedis and the maximum win is 2,000 Ghana cedis. If you decide to split it, now we're trying to be bria and also wow 17. Just so you know, I have to put it out there. Maximum stake on the TGMA AOTY odds on my Bet.Africa is 200 Ghana cedis and maximum win is 2,000 Ghana cedi per stake. I'm moving straight to Tilly. Tilly, if you're ready, your question for 10 minutes.
Yeah, have a rebuttal.
Pacho, you real questions. Answer now. What other factors makes your artist the best to be considered to be the artist of the year?
So I'm going to quote something she said very well. Was saying, in Komono, as a minua portfolio na ye pray because we should critically a Stonebwoy on count Komono. But assembly na ban a Stonebwoy account. Now let me put this metric to prove say the Stonebwoy compared to the year or winning artist of the year, Stonebwoy is retrogressing. Ain't na ye can. Now I say in Komono abedi no men get the mama me this time no me the facts and figures nearby. That is why I in common a bar na abesi as a mini palutant because the artist no winning. Debia Okasa or say audio mark. Let me compare Stonebwoy of 2023 and Stonebwoy of 2024. The artist has grown backwards on you. Now, Oko Fit Dimension album or the winning artist of the year. Oko audio mark, it has 45.2 million. Now, offer up and running project, it has 14.4 million. Artists being a senior appeal air cost 1 year we feature a friend say Spice. So on numbers no kwan same if you come to YouTube and you even take the song Sayeka says Stonebwoy, edinya big factors now. Stonebwoy, Ekelebe, I started from Into the Future. Into the Future had 4.9 million YouTube. Aputeke has 1.2. Manoji, 2020 American Into the Future, which is Manoji 1.6. Now you have 2024, our biggest hit of your artist, Ekelebe 2.3, which means Into the Future, no, so your artist growing. If I compare Kempaluta to Stonebwoy the year under review, Chani Bebre. What you say, so that is why the Encomono it has killed to me because your artist is not a monk. On come but a spread because on the let them say, but what could be my young girl and young who said, artists on come be obedi agro this time. Same on the JJJ artists are wasn't the biggest hit the year under review teacher said, oh, you're so distinguished. The JJJ put into the future, which is the previous year. No. Jiggle and wine. Stonebwoy be feature obia wo wiase but his numbers never goes up. Ain't fans now mo di to mo ho na asama when boss won't call online bibia na. Won't call online let it show so that if I come and I'm pulling data and fact I can speak for you. Won't pulling numbers but they be we are the biggest, we are the most established artists no. So we share the rest in on count. Now let's continue to the question that you asked, which is me artist know what makes him strong. You see the way I just told you that Stonebwoy is not growing the year compared to 2023 year. No, he's not growing. My artist has moved forward, which is why I think compared to anybody he has moved. Now 2024 you hear TGM and we were saying King Promise has back to back with Stoneboy. Just as I have just proven, says Stoneboy ain't to me and global or Cornechino. Let me show you how King Promise went forward. Now, as I said, nomination list. The highest nomination. King Promise has 10 nominations. 10 nominations. The artists, no, let her compare the 10 the previous year, no, the winning artists of the number of nominations compared to this season. And so, which means that the artist is not growing. You can be no much a pen, but the artist is not growing. Also, let's talk about the number of songs or the remu. And then we even talk about even your friend say the influence out there. And yeah, I see how she has found a way to downplay Asia. Because artists could be or the back sheet waka. So if somebody has gone to 5 continents out of 7, means not her end downplay because artists could be the back. But as I said, in common, I could not many way the muntem because your artists compared to Obia about 1 year power hating, what artists no playing to me channel. It's to artists in your 3rd, 4th position. It's not yet to me can what reporter or race me.
Thank you, Tilly. German portfolio, the MC. You have the mic for 10 minutes.
So, Oshemwa, me artists na all the conversation biano. Every camp targets. Sawasha, camp biya pe targeta, kempaluta, and opese biya or targeting bubune nei, and so intimim bubu. Second promise kasa, by the kasa, because Omo who say, boy no. Na me cry there me who say scheme no cry na ma more advantage. Scheme no one kasa and na mama advantage. And no cry na chese kempaluta akwane the wire 2024 me bin see that. Hey, sanka scheme no edem rani by am rani favor mo de mutiminya more than one nomination for same category no. The same am rana kasa egutia ye. Nanso adentini e ma mutipae. Scheme no na mama advantage o. So na on say omumie no ko a se omuko numbers no omu ntimi mfa ntwa mempo a afi yesa ba e form so a e form ne artist can promise nka ho e form ye minister boy mo because jejeje no e wo form jegela nwa e wo form sana me artist no so e form okwa e form on take can promise it me numbers me numbers conversation can baluta wo e form conversation so can baluta it numbers a me ne omo na eko e form so me ne omo na eko maka omo mienu nyina abom etidi ambiem de me artist wa de bia mesa de bragging right e say collaboration eno de oyɛ den a wotwam a se de maka no ɔno na ma obi aduane di ye ɔno na ma amanfo sika wo mu botom because collaboration no enye so o ma anya bi o ena Kimpaluta songs o release e nyina no enye so obi na blow man no ɔno ayi solo project ena ban solo project ena ban even cry e be bragging rights cry because said the featured artist ne cry na eden etimi blow nyom ne ma omo but Kimpaluta solo ena they dominating ena me brag say ono na etimi ama more people enya advantage o scheme nim e wo ho enye say bi anya collaboration o year and the review no artist ni bi a collaboration why didn't they get recognized I am bragging right me feature o nyina ni nyina akotwa Grammy obia nya Grammy nomination a obe print abone mama so even featured article obe print abone mama so eno de minim say sebi overload mo ewo that advantage but in 2024 nipa ba ko pe only one man the King Paluta ono say friend no King Paluta be mo because King is not also your friend the King Paluta because on na Grammy say that is an advantage my artist has over everybody now numbers no yeah 2024 the most streamed artist on the app now as the visualizer nkwane yi me hu so mo audio slide bi ni ade o kan nyina boma YouTube as the kwa visualizer nkwa mpokra no kaboma and number let me even give this statistic. Yes, I'm bringing the number 8.2 million 8.2 million for video and video and me say Kimpaluta nkwana 2024 of drop visualizer ni etimi twa obi main video mo. Apart from that, and nothing a Ghana chat metric say he was the most streamed artist on YouTube, Boom Play on Audio Mark, aside Blacko, and Kwaku Smoke. Eti how crowd your mumba hot, Makachi say more Mo bragging right mo work in promise. Past glories which is Terminator. Mo dey atoto mo album and release here so. Just say the bomb anti. Numbers game no. Kempaluta stand store honum. Ewo mo Ghana 40 omo. Eni nyina kosi no. On say omo separate international market wa no so yabra mu bio. Omo mienu ye argument a. Asia ho no so nya akọ hobi. UK ho ne ade. Afa esa ba e form so a. Ho mo na amamefo ne bo ne din. Eno so ne advantage a Kempaluta sawo because demographically no. Or kati across obia say obi kati across na because say our top of mind awareness but the 2024 adwuma emma near household name Kempaluta enti wo hwɛ mu nyina achi a na oyɛ den a otwi mu tan a the me artist one say he was the most billed artist. That is a fact. And you see, if you have enough time you can say ye list here say ebe wie mponi a you can say list here Kempaluta 16 regions of Ghana. No uncle, and I say, Mr. Momepa Ghana for cho. Say a year, Modiba or Ashanti region, Modiaka performance each no. Because the last time can promise by 2023 no bar club, Temna 3, Ebo show, or you know, it's only a year come performance sheet so. Because Ghana 4 and Ghana 4 no, they rate you. What you say? But me top form, me top online, me top Bibia, it's Kempaluta and Casadia, Osha Pa 2024 the scheme was designed for the gentleman. No, the scheme no see the appear. No. The scheme because popularity and American even scheme number more advantage. On some moko scheme number more advantage to get more than one song nominated. And so other than online, I will be able to the same woman so. Eka for Monswa. It teaches a Kempaluta bubu mujonku. And then I make us a branch and all. Senka wadi 2 years back. 2 years. Odianka baby amodino wanyamu kwata kebe osena by the account how difficult is it to sell a journal like dance or near the Kempaluta the high life, the identity of Ghana. They say Grammy Air publishing recognized journal no Asakani high life and not recognize it even with the high life crown it was not Ghanaian high life. Not gentleman wait me out on high life. I'm a ne I was saying crown now. Papa Machi de day. I share Kwame Eugene. I said that Lumba busted this year. No. I'm comparing the gentleman to greatness. Wako me say, me guess what do ho? Me guess say anytime that the Lumba will see Kempaluta, the first time you meet Kempaluta, I'll say, hey, Abrante, why you Afrobeat TV? Why you dance so heavy? Her life. And now team they are making this kind of statement. Abra game nim unyambro 1 year cry. Woni akasefu a ma wombe eti Kempaluta na nkasa ne achievement 2024 no eye case study because often the matter say Bible ka Paul amantema and I told bia obi betimi matusala Bible modi say 800 and one. And so the most mentioned personality is Jesus Christ obedi 33. So sometimes obi betimi aba industry in a short space na impacts in the year no not just one day. It will be a story that will be told. In fact, Kempaluta, apart from the achievement, cry in the scheme no. Or sudden who about for you, I'm a future. Say oh dear, and I'm so. Na yenya bibia bema artist na say next time. I don't know none didn't hear you didn't scapegoat for all this. And I'm gonna say scheme no more advantage pono. Yes, the bomb will bibia. It will show me a popularity contested award scheme. And I think I'm a rene Rocky Dawuni was saying mobile artists of their conversation. And so you just say what should really matter, the primary market, is the people that consume your song, and by extension. Now, unim chrome now compare online glories. Now they buy Hono Krana, they buy no, yeah they buy now side be compete obia. He had album and what the most monster hit. Me say the advantage he has is he doesn't have hit. He has monster, super monster hit on the same magnitude. Number one. Start of the year, Omawa said that which is monster. Makoma is a monster. It is one monster hit to me between obi relative hate mu. It is Kempaluta Angasano. Utim said 2024 nature designed the music system for Ghana for him to be a savior in a time where we were experiencing hate drought. When Ghana was experiencing hate drought, or no, and a feed ecosystem no. Latter part of the year, who said Emma Ghana for Kenya or Moa or Mumbekan or no Cranso or Sani or Mura Chatimu. It's 2024. Tell me a better epitome of an artist of the year. The same achievement that Kwame Eugene Mubeye, the artist of the year. Sako de Mbe, meaning say a lot of artists graduate artists of the year, crime, say passport, no movie. Omuni passport kwa ni stamp mu mo. Ebi the one hit Beji artist of the year waha. And I can paluta kani na boom. And wa achieve so much in such a way say, hey, referendum no. They say yes, start a referendum. Yes or no? Mommy out your her. Mommy out your her. That's what I'm saying.
Thank you, portfolio.
Me worry about
Yeah, so you will call next round about 4 minutes for responses. But before that, you are live on Street is Watching. Michelle say, share online. Street is Watching across all social media platforms, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube as well. The only change about a net debate in say you better allow 3 questions. Now we'll pick 1 question, or has a pick you 2 online. And so I can see we're here across all the social media platforms. Prepare a question when the time is right. You be also what the question about. But you posted link YouTube and also Facebook. Now this link allows you to register. If you've not done that, it allows you to register. Say the bay I'll be to me a child bet say ufili say MC portfolio artist our friend or Kim Paluta. Dekin Paluta. Sorry. Dekin Paluta ebetimi a winning artist of the year. O click link national register now set up na we vote amano. Na ubelieve say Tilly artists are a friend of Dekin and I'm Dekin account.
Oh, that became Promise.
Thank you very much. Can Promise and so betimi a winning artist of the year. O click on the link register on mybet.africa. Na fi specials column no. Na we vote for Can Promise. Who believe say Stone Boy and a betimi a winning yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Who believe who says Stone Boy and a bit to me a winning artist of the year. So I click on the link. Will YouTube or Nafi once you are registered Nafi under the specials column. Vote for Stone Boy and I say bet on Stone Boy. Na Stone Boy. Once Stone Boy the artist of the year. Once you are Yeska and Swasa to home. It's a win-win situation with mybet.africa. Truly Ghanaian, truly original. Also know any idea good screen is also say yeah, accurate timekeeper for today's debate. The headless YouTuber. Headless 4 minutes each for responses. Yes, start here for provide us.
Right. Tilly. Tilly.
Yes, Remo. Yes, Remo. Yes, Remo.
About your Slim. Tilly ntie ha. Yeba debate no na me se me gu mama no. Because no me mobo kakra. Or me mobo saying because na me hu ne say she doesn't even know her artist. For last 2 weeks I saw her lamenting say Can Promise ni PR you very poor. You very poor e wo form. Me hu ya ne say ya fa ne say ombra no mba kasa. And I me bisa me hu say Tilly row na kwakwaye se oma ye han omommo mbesu ayi ase no efun na eda ho no onim no oni efun na busia ni twaka eno ane sa ya han no se omra na mesu town crier enu bi na Tilly atena ha ye ni sesi na me se meguma man but meko ne hard now utena ha ka kire me se me artist retrogress Stone Boy retrogress and you base it on the facts and the numbers in the previous years now. Any a few way maybe so una oye queen of DSPs. Terminator figures no. Any wo Paris ne keep it sexy ne pana. Does that mean say was Can Promise no wa retrogress na? Now, you are trying to disrespect longevity in the game. So artists no ultimately thriving in a minority genre to set dance hall. No, or keep it pace no consistently over 10 years, bra. Mecha because that's social no, it's in the minority we're gonna have. And for him to be able to uphold craft now on Jemu, the consistency is always on point. And you sit here and you trash Stone Boy's longevity because who keep it sexy. I won't take that. Now, analysis no, but who figures flying all over. Artist, any artist. Ni awusi o retrogressing no. Onu mienu ina wo 4 songs are air contesting. Does this look like obi a all connect here now? You're releasing album no October. 3 months to the end of the calendar year. Now so yenya 9 nominations. Does this look like artist or retrogressiana? Now, you have the DSP numbers. What we all don't have, a radio play now, Chatterhouse, AUC, at the shortlisting. What you don't also know, anyhow, I measure your public appeal. No, we don't know the figures. A radio play, but for Stonebwoy to come toe to toe with the artists now, all pebiagino, it should tell you, say, even though those figures are not released, no, I know, say, your cost when it comes to radio play. That is why we find ourselves in that category. What Yanum Stonebwoy retrogress or artist, the whole of 2024, 10 shows spent on Timmy Borgan and say. Now the am a walk around and say TGMA. Last year TGMA performance I like to call it the water gun performance. Okojina nsiom to 29 to 2 inside. No cross man list account. Enemy and kametie fi mama naka aka 9. Look at the performances of Stonebwoy from time to time. We put it up. Live band performance. Yeah, nye de ohumi ana wote no. My 4 hours. You be bomb marking promise embra 4 hours or back so. That is not an artist or retrogressive. Now, you bet me a photo test. Opa yempia bontin sisi na yemfa Stonebwoy in phone. Ni yemfa King Promise in phone nkan. Ni yemfa say abontin so have for one on bet me identify now. Oti anom na ka kire say Mr. Drew Krapia ye feel say King Promise. E blanda kese ma wo brand no. Because obi a we trust Sakura bia you can promise there. It's a blunder for your artist. Super auditias here and call you can promise ana. And call you can promise ana just obi a we trust Sakura. You are suffering identity crisis, branding crisis, which I think you should go and check. And see, under no circumstance should you say Stonebwoy is retrogressing. More brand, more fan base.
Vida, your time is up. Tilly.
How many minutes?
4.
This is rebuttal.
Yes. This is your response. 4.
For the first time, I'm starting from portfolio. Otimi provided obo numbers. Be say oko Kempaluta ne visualizer no and now obo numbers no cross and boy was sound transfer. Because me call and me sound call visualizer no drop here no. 3.8 million. And the numbers no oka 18 ya that and you no cry you call na me you call and you no cry. And to the first time at this gentleman, I provided data. What's also now, let me quote somebody. Now, let me quote somebody. This guy, episode, now how my who said can promise a friend is a can paluta, ye soda. Let me give a quote from Kwame Ban. This is from Kwame Ban, the guy that is behind Ken Paluta the entire year. Let me read the order people on Facebook. And no while first quoted or saying, Ken promised this so well last year, and I know he deserves Artist of the Year. This is artist or shaking palute, any poor shaking palute, come and cry, or Facebook with me at Tagel. Or Shenetio, or Numpose can promise deserves the Artist of the Year. It is a woman not Hana who quoted fake numbers. Emani looking send a young one so damn important because those who put their money and follow the guide the entire year and Pose can promise deserve the Artist of the Year. I remember I avoid that song. Who say me artist big hit be monster hit and nuntina the number sakosro. What boy the number of years your friend is saying Stonebwoy I know and how he has pejanimu. Which hit of Stonebwoy? What they may find entire career. Which hit of Stonebwoy compares to Terminator? Which hit? Which hit of Stonebwoy? Because as far as I know, Terminator was not just a national hit. It was a global hit. And but which hit song of Stonebwoy won? Now, as I said, I keep saying it all comes back to the numbers because artists are what type of shows. They didn't also slim.
I would say in-house, I would say.
What type of shows, you know? Oh, no, calm down. Artists are what type of shows, no? Oh, me artists are bossy. Me say if I compare the year, our artists, me say winning artist of the year, then year now person when looking like they come back in the so he retrogress. Let me give you a typical example of the retrogression. Now, because your friend is saying the year no winning year no, he had 19 nominations. This year, artist he had 13 nominations. Artists had 9. That is backwards. Say you can't 13 9. Now make a baby about Can Promise brand. Which she raised, say any Sakura guy. Now, anybody that has done a little bit of marketing knows what we call the main brand and the Me Too brand. Now, if I say Ken Promise because of Sakura Auntie, I'm out for whom Mr. Drew or Muka say, oh, this is Ken Promise. It means that when it comes to the brand of Sakura Fauna, Ken Promise dominates so much that everybody else has become a Me Too brand. It shows dominance. Anyone who say DJ Slim, who can promise because when you know what than fake, what than Me Too, and he is the original. That is what we call dominance. Dominance.
Okay.
Jesus.
Thank you. We're wrapping up with you.
Right.
Amen.
So when I was talking about the most streamed artists on every DSP. What he has said, and I was saying, say even who combine all the works of Kimpaluta in 2024. Also say the debate na dane and a Terminator and a way. Me kwa na me conversation bia me di 2024 adwuma kwa na ekasa. Only 2024. Ekoma ya yedi. Yaka me di ni nyina be yasido. Nanka ekoma ya yedi. Yaka oyesisi fia ni bi. Yaka adena peke. Yaka yedi odo. Yaka hit upon hit in 2024. It's media maker. Me jitum say artist no eye Paul Amantem. Say Paluta de bia yaka onunkwa yenkwa artist ni stick it to 2024 Jumana Maker said he is the most streamed artist on YouTube with Ajuma in 2024 no a blacko any blacko nkwan netu no. Apart from that Paluta de Bobia in the West catalog 2024 catalog say a visualizer oka in Paluta visualizer cry oka bo na him now oka omo audio slides ebo omo video ma Paluta nkwan sedan nkwan nam 8 point something with visualizer visualizer and a together. It's in some chance and until Ghana chat metrics the abba say a bassa your man okana on say they be Spotify me see DJs square bonyo Morgana ha ebini Spotify accounts make catch your DJs square what Ghana ha ebini Apple ebini Spotify but all person measure the real appeal of a music entity in Ghana. There are some stores be her you place premium on it. Say boom play no makon be 2024 mo mattress na mo de beto ho no. And no say ye de bomb because Terminator and the shoot to mamo. Audio Mac and your Terminator and the shoot to mamo. Ye de bomb. YouTube combined the most streamed artists apart from Blacko. Ye de bomb. E form grade ya mon ka ho. E form mon ka ho because mo artists no nenyum to form intino mo bi bia online. Okay we are online till you comedy Spotify till you very mint pie Spotify. Bibia ya Spotify. Brand form so and I make us say, me dienti am mitimi kasa me ha many. Me de my beti kosro because I am a test maker in music. I'm a YouTuber. I'm a digital marketer, and I'm an MC certified with award, best MC hype man of the year. I am an authority in this space, so I speak from quantifiable metrics apart from online. I'm able to measure the appeal on the grounds, and I'm saying that in 2024, Paul Amantem, Abrantiano Obaya 1 year ni. 1 year now, so the same thing as Blacko, quantum of work or the year, the same thing as Paluta de hype life, about a year. And to say a ton hype life in Paluta to me, they say, at the end, and Kabium, and to hear the past glories. Yet, the online honor, you say, our hoarding, a form say, our hoarding, Yawa the Obiani Binin National, a Korea say, Grammy say, a branch year when 2024, or Kaoma, or Moje Ghana. What is Nina self feature Nibia? And international artists no. Cause the international obey I know for and E because Nina uncle we say Grammy recognition no portal no Paluta na recognizing no. Enti Abranti abamu 1 year. Now they must say no obo shows you obia or Ghana have quantity of shows. About 16 regions of Ghana for 114 shows in 1 year back to back. The most sought after artists, crossover artists, cut across artists. One person will say who is a better representation of artists of there. Intimidate and penny for Mundi Muncomo, but Anuntina, Bible Muno, Tama Babe Pel BS in the Kano, Yabe penny for baby, some say, and penny for the Bible Muno, or besides, Kituan away, Kituano, or no way, no say, Kituana de Anko, or Shen so no, or no, and in the crown Kano. That is the case of Kimpaluta. Mufilisa or Ketua and so named Fimuno or the Ashemunina.
German portfolio DMC, that's
Right.
3 minutes for rebuttal, starting with you, Vida.
Right. Me Slim.
Yes.
See a man into Tilly. Say a free neck corner. May Babe reveal can promise the secrets to the trends and I send in Yuma a great Nasa me is our secret area. Next year, Baba Betina, Nani Pabe 15 at year, Baba Pre Artist of the Year who debate. Let me tell you, Ninyuma a great training. Most of them know the dance takes the lead ahead of the sound. I'm not lying. The dance takes the lead before the sound. And untino ye will give props to dance god morning and dancers no. Everywhere you hear a Stone Boy song, it is the sound going before any freaking dance. And to say if you want us to contest you in that bit, hey, make Kabibia say free sabre ko artists bia ye nyina sa K-pop dance, street dance no. Ye bet siegum. And then we will see. Because every time the dance goes ahead of the sound. But back to Stone Boy, no, me say every time, no, so what's in car? It is the sound that is traveling the world before any formation dance. And you know, on getting straight into the trimo. Now, what's the hanum ebisa me say Stone Boy biggest song in the day? Sa question no a blunder. Busa me say biggest repertoire. I mean shiengu amao. What's the hanum o terminator nyinechino? We beat you to it. Last year we won album of the year. What's the busa me say the biggest song in the day? Really? Not terminator no and Slim. The reason why songs from the Fifth Dimension album will beat them is because our sound went first before any dance. But we know what the asa and they penetrating. And mind you, this is a genre, a minority. Now, I can say last year, now your nominations are 13. Now, say they do 19. No, yatiaba form. Let me ask Tilly. Every relevant category in relation to the genre, Afro dancehall, no, yewohonumbi. And I'll list them for you. Reggae dancehall song of the year, reggae dancehall artist of the year, yewohonum. Best music video, yewohonum. Most popular song, yewohonum. Artist of the year, yewohonum. International collaboration of the year, yewohonum. Album EP of the year, even more Afro pop now. Queen promise ne feel so no net so ya sa nomination and to tell me which other category na relevant Stone Boy represent here. And I am gospel song na and can you say Stone Boy say gospel artist of the year and when we say wa boy ejuma na.
Brother, your time is up. Tilly, 3 minutes for rebuttals.
Okay, when I think say me very simple. Or say
in-house.
Man, very simple.
In-house, yes, Remo.
Man, very simple. Once again, my started from
accurate timekeeper.
Now, my started from waste because I know Casa recently. But I'm not snake from Kakram. I see every time I stole can promise and you made the kind be a you said they did kind. Ya waha and a Stone Boy. Ekoye aputeke ipokeke me pato we who dance. Did you not see the dance? It's a person who can try me till you can pass. Say me artist. It is always dance first. You saw incredible Ziggy. No, no,
the sound went first before the dance.
No interruptions during speeches.
So don't say
in-house, yes,
also, me when you say if you say the dance went before the no starter because at some point the choir they were dancing to a song. They were dancing to the song. So there is no way you tell me say dance God Lloyd asa in a King promise no more. It's not true. There was a song ready and then there was a dance. And no matter where the dance has been with the song, it means that it is the song that has propelled that dance to go there. Now, all can you now say, oh, it is a big blunder to say, your friend is saying, what is the biggest Stone Boy song over Terminator? Me beside wait to me answer. Or say it's a blunder. Now me can the repertoire. Although you me beside one question. Still allow to me answer me. But we say now botre. Me beside. Now back to this gentleman. Once again, they be or kasa so on to me substantiating asem. Debia or Casa on to me substantiating asem. Just one time, would you kawasem? Never be at the tour, na me who say, would you be at the tour, ama mekeke. Na source, no money relevant source, I ain't able to me check it. But okay, he was the biggest, he was the day, he was the day, and I'm check, and I'm best now, it doesn't matter. Who so I will translate, who put them in who they may yell, come away. Because when I was will be translated the whole time, to me, one will say, our casa yam, it's me rebutting, and at least, or there's something, or the evidence to be about, but for you. You will say, I cannot rebut because intro na will chat. Over to you.
German portfolio the MC.
And throw the one and I actually woman and throw the.
Wait.
And throw the another.
My time is on. I come in 40 seconds. Let me say this. Every time we are or can't send me or say Kimpaluta there, it is just where 1 year per and you know Kimpaluta yet artist why and he's not a new artist though. Ye kasa ya me on YouTube 9 years ago. In fact, time I me told me tell you pull to bear ha tete pa. So don't sit here and lie to us say Kim Paluta is a new artist. It is not true. Why ya na amfa enye na fe. In fact, we on no crowd on anyone room. So don't come and lie to us. 9 years ago, wa pre na amfa.
Thank you. Thank you for even reminding.
3 minutes.
Thank you for even reminding me of my own CV. I forgot that he had the biggest Esma song in 2024 with you. Congratulations, gentlemen. He gave you a hit. Congratulations. Paluta gave you a hit in the Esma season. Congratulations. Thank you for reminding me. Appeal. Ebiasu. Hey, appeal ni biasu host in the song. Hey. I forgot that Kim Paluta gave the host the biggest Esma song in 2024. Oh, congrats. And you know, I didn't end that honor. Made the fact not to her. Unim. Omo na tronti. So omo performance sheet beto ha. Omo team breaking it down. O dey share performance sheet of Kim Promise. Omo dey beto ha. Omo breaking it down. Now obeka ni hwan across bubu mu na yen hwe. Bubu adinim segment no say eye din ade. No akabom ebiane say me mumbe prove nchem say Asante region eye na mo de aka mo performance sheet no come and prove to me eye na mo de aka mo performance sheet no that is so. But you know we are celebrating music excellence, you know, music excellence. O share TGM for cry you now say for the music I can remember last year na many opinion anod eti Robert Klein chain. And now I'm saying artists be making it for category B. And now me who say I know the near break or challenging say I don't artists where I'm artists na koha why say Robert Chen is say yes, any artist can do all these things without even being vibrant. But the most important thing is no the song. We are celebrating music excellence. Enyom nenkasa. Enyom means what? Me they say TGM Minemu responding to Paluta omission. They told us beyond online metrics now they measure popularity no. Omo the other factors can hold. Say other factors no. They be actually you debate through one so they why not digitally because on him say oh, you know rich. A whole crowd you know rich. Now me cry hey by you had congratulations. How you are able to bring Kim Promise into the artist of the year conversation this year. You yeah there. Because me cry the name coming in Misenka, Ebian Camine, Minyano man ebo. But all the same crana, a honum they say, till gram and I for. What you say, till gram and I for cry, till Anna Mamma who say, oh, second Paluta, strength no. I have on one move, baby, or then said to make a say, I mean, say online no, I would share and so difference name, so no one say, oh, into Mujitum. A do answer, no, I can't say, and Kim Paluta and Cassadia. Say them Mecano. May Kenny Panel register a strong seat in Ghana's music industry, gaining nationwide acceptance. Oh, can the underground days? Now can promise on him how one underground and son obey mainstream. Stone by underground and son obey mainstream. I mean that it doesn't even cut here. I am talking about when he became something. So I am saying that 2024.
Time up.
Right.
Thank you very much, German Portfolio, the MC. Mr. Accurate Timekeeper, Headless YouTuber, Obo Belna, Mr. Wa. Thank you very much, Headless. Well, we are going on to the last question. We'll start with German Portfolio, the MC. Okay, Mami starting 50. Mr. Tifio Sotili. This question. I say, what makes other contenders non-competitive for the Artist of the Year?
Okay. They are part of the competition, but they are not strong. That's what I'll say first. He says something very, very nice. Or say, whenever may come about online numbers now, the percent money here will be different. The same Kempaluta now can ask them no. TGM for responding, and I want to quote something TGM said. TGM said, based on our research, including streaming numbers and airplay from 175 stations, may underline it, including streaming numbers. No, as I said, anybody for the reason of argument, everything you are creating your own metrics, I want to trim. But we are quiet. But also we see TGM for so because we are talking about TGM. You are talking about, first of all, the reason who say we munina they are among count on say, as I said, for the artists need their retrogression on Koneni Mada. Ultimate feature the biggest dance hall queen. Now was also enya the least views. Mentia say, but see, can promise a feature on one project which is for instance Paris. The numbers, it leaps and bounds ahead of or no need now or feature or saying the queen there. Ultimate feature queen now we have 1 million views simple. How is this even good for a brand like Stoneboy? Now, onusu kasa, no waka, and we even went to the Asia. Pacho Asia now wokan me pacho me artist no oko jina home. Eye to ye baby ah. Wapa wo bebre. It's also called Middle East. Bisa omo say why mo no mo Middle East e wo mo list so. So omo ka mo the Asia so wa Middle East why na call ho. Me hu se kakra no apeja Ashanti region aba Ashanti region me pacho. So obeye enkwara birthday party kra enye ni pora na e wo ho. Na ye nkoko ana. That is also audience appeal. And if you tell me that my Kim Promise came and then obebu a yempato a year be na who say embo open the go. Nipa wo ho. And to say obi mama obi papa will not afraid obi say come and sing. You are telling me say enka ho. And now a funeral, when it goes to funeral, the people there they are not human beings. Please. Now let's come to the conversation I will be Simon. What makes my artist? First of all, I come back to your friend and say the category definition.
What makes other artists non-competitive?
Oh yes, what makes them non-competitive? What makes them non-competitive?
Mr. Mo in-house, Pacho.
Say yes, can artist ne value and why do when it comes to well, to man why you Ghana have but outside there to or pray at the year quenima. It's a skin promise. As I say simply. 5 out of 7 continents. We artists here bia. Nanka wa odi asheneche. We artists here bia. Nanka bim ne bomu nuka wa ye 5 out of 7. Eshano. Same for when you come to the nomination list. As I said, 10 and you're regular. It's not easy. And if anybody wants to make it look like, oh, my artist need say, oh, Rico saw her, or Rico can't her, it comes back to the category definitions. Oh, can promise, oh, cha na. After he has done all this, he did not rest. He made sure, say, he will do his own show to prove to you, say, Abonte Fremia, Miria Abonte Sujuma, I can come home and still come and gather the audience and have a good show. I cannot say the same for his artists. But and then we come back to what TGM Foka, including streaming numbers. Yeah, when online numbers are, or person will downplay me, Manuel Medicasa. I remember what I said. Ocha omunina. I started from Kim Promise. Now I Kim Paluta. Now we artists put online numbers, which is part of the category. TGM for the So when you look at it clearly, this Kim Promise, he lives and bounds ahead of Omo artist or Mokano. And when it comes to it, I don't see why and depo ya jikonya matinemo amudi Stoneboy and the numbers konechi any obia or no so there or dropping album beans compared to an artist or dropping the first album and hitting 43 million. It was our audio mark any also dropping the last 42 million. On your affair, as I keep saying, many artists, Momo artists prayer points. So it's not even about who doesn't deserve to. It's a competition, so they have to add to the way we do, but they don't deserve to be in there.
Vida.
Right.
For 10 minutes.
I'm Miraho because I never thought say I would sit on a table like this discussing audience appeal. Na say I was say yedi a year senyom subeka ho. Miraho. Enka kane ade bi daba man so mehwe nhwe o. Say na nka e audience appeal pa because a year bi a obeko bia ye boss anyum no. It's just sad. Now, I'll just say my colleagues see omo artists no yeni omo they are in competition they are competitive but omo nye match at all. I've asked portfolio several questions waha so wo Kimpaluta 104 114 shows no se wa bona Slim may challenge you to open that set ya tro the names of towns without specifically mentioning what shows were played there. And I've told you, say, any Google map ni yeshe. It is supposed to be names of towns. And I swa bebre egum usha anuma yewo enche Pristia Suhum Doma Asanko Winneba. Enti sa list Winneba no ediebe potin na wa artist ne koye ya one line and up 114 shows. Untimi ncheme. Can promise. Just say well, activation locally in Ghana is sad. An artist worth your salt. Out of 365 days in a year, you connected with your fans locally 10 times per and you cry a year si baako ka, which is sad. Into wuka sa local feel, no local activation, no local connection with the fans now. Me sure say Asia for no crab ebe hunu no say ono ebia ne say yeti hai yes you bia watcha sakora bia che so I can promise and say Rastafarian bia so yes stone boy ana it is pathetic. Now ya boy ya bosu nyina no these two they've not been able to tell how are omo artists a movie away from the song to impact life with their corporate social responsibility duties. None of them have been able to point out, say, yeah, say, and I say, yeah, say. So then it tells you, say, the craft, no, is limited. Impacting lives, no, is short. So I will say, ye niha say, ye babe massage obia ego. And I say, obia mental health, say, when ya award na bibi beton. So, like I always say to Steely in on a platform that we wear. The thing is simple. Stone Boy for Artist of the Year. Let us respect longevity, consistency in the game. And I'll keep repeating. Because it looks like these guys, they will be okay with one win, no matter what. That is not what the artist Stone Boy stands for. Yeah, pima koyenim even in a genre a minority wa Ghana hano ya raise flag no so high. Check the other nominees in the dancehall category and you appreciate the work that Stone Boy does to put Ghana on the map. Paluta representative Ekasa no see here no Ghana habiana obe checking no wa broche. Stone Boy equally has good shows wa broche, number of shows wa broche. At the same time he connected with his fans locally. And to what you say Moon need time management. Anything to connect with your own fans. I want see audience appeal to change will be ana. And to Stone Boy better have making excuses. Say no with Jamaica. And to when to me and Kwankobo Akravaganza. And now when to me and Kumasi and Kwankobo show ana. I think these are flimsy excuses that PRA to substantiate issues. Say almost fans ain't to me and connected with the fans. Almost artists ain't to me and connected with the fans. There is no way that Kim Promise can tell me say or standing out locally than Stone Boy. Looking at the repertoire, and I said the list of shows are my boy. Kim Paluta so enjoy Google Map Jumano. Not trying what actually happened in those towns, the names of the shows. Ubeshem cannot no crow boy ye bang watch it. And not see how I accuse you of this boy ye back. In some of my sa Dory woman, so be porn and who no call boy Winnie Bow any ancient honor. They should let us know.
Thank you very much, Vida. Finally, German Portfolio, the MC, over to you for 10 minutes. What makes other contenders non-competitive?
Well, to even say, Otimi connected with her, Ebia, Stone Boy Otimi connected with her, and you say, Eti Kempaluta Sebi, ya bookino, Ewaha, na say coincided with another show abroad, underneath no cyborg, and I say underneath day. under the no cyborg and as under the yina onche ni mumieno. I mean, it doesn't cut. The person is booked at the same time and other events are happening. How is it supposed to be everywhere? To the extent, say, you know, even there near Babe Kimpaluta, a concert. Because of overbooking, we had to even postpone it because of free as a buyer. No, see, play, maybe show. They said that I have a letter to that, and I'll furnish you with that information, Mr. Chairman. When we were able to, when we are pressing about Kimpaluta concert a scheduled day, because of overbooking, because of the highest audience appearance, we had to postpone the concert to this year. What you say? It's no credit because local show and international shows here. That's our approach here. How do you expect a person to double and come and play the shows? And our charity. Say, yeah, we have been centering the conversation around music. Say, yeah, the charity, which I respect the fact that artists also, oh yeah, corporate social responsibility. But Kimpaluta has Kimpaluta Foundation or orphanage. Because that is not what we are. Oh, no. If anytime Kimpaluta play the show in Ashanti region, there is a negotiation. Anytime Kimpaluta played, there was a negotiation with promoters to use some of the proceeds to support the Hill Konfanochi project. But because we are talking about music, we have not even brought it. Are you getting it? So I no credit on but I'm glad. I am glad, sir. And then because Kimpaluta dominated the Ghanaian market, our highest audience appeal honor. I know I'm afraid local whatever. And I'm glad, sir. And then the so-called in quote international artists no a year to no. It means that sir market honor onya bia ope. There are boss say shows pe Ghana ha Ghana Music Awards now. It's for the music and the people, no. And then the year who there and any go so bia timi gina be say Paluta dominated you need too much because even with continental invasion, we still have 3 continents to show. I want the Asia honor kano and even in European no can So I mean you can see say Obia can strengthen Paluta etimi matching pani boot for boot. Until when it's about until till you can say bia on say we use Spotify viewer till intimi make it be. It is because some numbers no or can or obi dey twa ne mpoa ontimi mfa ntwa Paluta mpoa. And men so many omo to the eto form so kasa na wa yedi. It means say Paluta e wade bi obi antimi in fact Paluta song bi ene wa obi ne blow man no. Obi betimi ayanyom na people the song had appeal because of Obi. Ya wanyum bi wa ha Obi ena da so na ma anyum ne teacher. What you say? It mean am nkasa am some chance say Kimpaluta nya artist amanfo ne song benya appeal because Obi ne blow ne nyum ne ma no. Ono ankasa solo na wa say ho but ono mum na Obi per hit e industry ni ma ohun say Ghana's hit factory for 2024 is this man. Ghana's controller of the music ecosystem is this man. And in Tiawaso didn't who bet you know. What else do you want to know? BM said the gentleman no within 12 months, Paul Amantem, they be American because Uncle Onyamo Obamu 2 years. Now 1 year upon on Mutiti. 1 year pet and I can pollute here and Mutiti. The gentleman is barely a year in the game. However, because they said they will be adding longevity a champion, no be so they one champion. Nani na we ekosi say Tilly, you have done your team a great disservice. Say, TGM Mayor Popularity Based Award. And so one kasa, survey on the grounds to know which songs has appeal. One for artists, you man can because when himself also artists no, then you but henceforth, if you know, say you want the Ghanaian marketer, Mamon fa obisho so our Ghanaian marketing in Chanimpoa, because for you to brag about a year show there, but Mamin correct and yeah, year show no be boy. But I'm saying, say, all the new mamu ye no, tie, or by a year. But as to whether Obo show cry no, tie, as to whether Obo show so, now you have no right to tag your artist international when he knew definitely said he lost team with the Ghanaian community and his Ghana Music Awards. Impact your own people first. Untimi nkwa abrochen kosia BSc or MSc royalty to know about Okrom say yensu hine because what degree. I was say oh yeah this year we Okrom and say no akọ better. Until uba no one say oh yeah this year no akọ better with course. But unkosia course na bra unkrofo who say oh yeah this year. Until by all metrics, by social let me also tell you on online metrics, TikTok. Ever since TikTok by we are say and young 4 Bipa na enya trashing ever since it took to buy. Ghanaian songs, we could the traveler few are. Kidding so or that a yinibi. And now there is a song. But in 2024, there is no song from a Ghanaian artist a dominated TikTok. I say Makuma by Kimpaluta. A BC, says Snapchat. Go and see. On only artist or dominated Snapchat metrics in 2024 and it's here with 4.1 million activation. I've got top 10 artists in on our essential to audio marker on Nunkwane. And 2024 and Kasanyami bo eviasino. And Odi Cambo 2024 in advance no predator say a drew wa Ghana Yum to my brand be beba or beba like my satisfied Jesus Christ banner or beba in the form of Kimpaluta to serve Ghana music. And Ninkwan say I am a Tusala or a Jesus Christ no the 33 crown impact no can be quantified and measures in quantum. And that pedestal now, what made the Ghana music drew in a 12 months now, is something we're studying. Who is your artist of the year? Who is the people's artist of the year? In fact, the first testament cry Chese Kimpaluta winning the first artist of the year is how Ghanaians were vocal when he was just changed. About how Ghanaians were expressing. Young Kofobu cry among first scheme no, but this year because of Kimpaluta, they have been vocal. Audience appeal being and a chair gentleman way. And to me, they are on here so already 10 years for game him. Oh, here say Obama dancers and a blow in your mama and as a featured artist, but your no one can say aye as musician online and on grounds effect no. Yenjin to me say Kimpaluta your Paul Amnantem, no na David Yasha no say empanyin for what there, but 2024 no dynamics na sesa and a sesama Kimpaluta. So 10th of May, the deserving King Paluta should be the artist of the year, the voice of the people. Is the voice of God, and the voice of God should be the voice of the scheme on the 10th of May. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jermaine Portfolio, the MC. Before I say a call for the next round of your responses for 4 minutes, make sure you post the link, on YouTube. And after this round, fat questions. In fact, it was supposed to be 3. You had to only 2. 1 online and also 1 in-house. 1 online. 1 in-house. Into you best start application questions now across all our social media platforms, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. You better pick 1 question. Now, you pick 1 question, and so our studio has say. So for a year responses in 4 minutes, accurate timekeeper, headless YouTuber. 4 minutes. Yes, start every Tilly. So Tilly.
Okay, first of all, person me correct as in your kind. Say can promise ekobo funeral. Or no start your the okobo funeral. Na me say a funeral pona ekobo ya. Na nipa gu ho. Enti when we say ono akọ ya wasanso double track ya na chi say enye funeral okobo yo. Enti nipa bi say okasa hwesoro ampa cho nyambu chene hwefom because ansha na we twa abo ho. Let me say something about the TikTok at the end. Me who say wakasa. Mako online, I search say Kimpaluta has the Ghanaian music. All for data be an embaye. Me kase be am the data taro who just say obia so betimi ahwe. But ontimi nkyereye. Otimi go puli online, obi baby no otro Google online na eko Google pe o say a reference. Me so cry me trust story ko TV talkative. Me was stories for her. Does it mean say enu na the authority of what we are saying? No. And if you can substantiate, say TikTok, you can. Who you black or free who I came or artist, I agree. But say what be making hollow statements. When you say I really don't see the essence because when it comes to it, you are unable to substantiate your claim. And that has been his thing. Look here last year and he said, na artist the year the review last year, now I hear Juma. Ain't Juma year follow, but this year, Kasebia, no one honey, and we should do this also for me a cracker on a team crack. Add some tangibles, Minia. Add some tangibles. I can hold your shirt. I can prove some numbers. They say, but so what can I when you cannot, there's nothing to prove. I wasn't I was scrolling. There's nothing there. He doesn't have anything. It's the TikTok I say well wakasa, but there's nothing to prove. One put na me say portfolio bedroom PBB just to show say ampa, but he cannot prove because all the times or the vibes are how do we substantiate vibes?
Thank you very much, Tilly. Vida, for 4 minutes, your response.
If we have an industry police, like you may will see a lucky portfolio for a lot of insembia wakika, because we are a better ho affable or chinabino will make reference to this the same way we are making reference to what he said last year. My busan the questions, what should we need by ancient priestia, quo pipiase, why will list anymore. But a shows bang now boy, untimi and kaye. So I'm putting it to portfolio, said that list is fake. And if for any reason you base your argument on that list to say Kim Paluta or audience appealer, and also so a fake. Until he proves what Kim Paluta went to do in Ente, Pristia, you have the list. My money look at the so Slim, within Miami time, no. If you can give us the list, tell us what he went to do there. Because Obia we're releasing the works and the activities biano. Yet trade ye why can't Ukasabe Brebe you know to me and limited few minutes and fan artists I'm telling Ghanaians say that list 114 performances is fake. And it's not fair for Kim Paluta and his team to be this dishonest to your music business, your music conversations. And you know, I am daring him. I can even give the rest of my minutes to him. Boss Slim, do you have the list?
Well, listen, but I prefer if it.
So tell us, if not,
from the PR.
We will treat you as a very dishonest PR.
Well, because Kim Paluta achievement need us so much into no. Oh, achievement it's no. Me time no. Ebe so. Some of me 10 minutes there. Opa mama me 10 minutes. Say you bet me answer every her. You see, you don't even need any you cry say gentleman who was the most sought after. Now, yo, me boy, metrics now okay no. Numbers now.
You know why? I didn't know Bisa no. I didn't know Bisa.
I didn't know Bisa. Let me give you the example. Telephone way. Oh,
please.
Why?
Tilly.
Proof
Why? Were you able to prove your Ashanti region?
Slim, every artist Kobo show at least you flyer. At least you flyer. It's 114 shows. I mean, their portfolio for 114 flyers.
Vida.
No.
Vida and Tilly, please.
No.
Yes, Remo.
No. See.
Headless YouTuber. Me patrol for seconds. We can't port the why so.
Look.
Adjust the man.
Sir, make us a me boy. You're sorry in free Hanum Samri. But one thing is clear that numbers no, maybe are 200. And I mean himself research based. No, so even Ghana chat at the sub metrics number 2. It's no credit. Spotify now be kind. Who now be kind? It's Apple Music too. Apple Music only. Apple Music is okay. Only them can access shows. No, it's not your time. It's not your time.
And then you better have a shows.
Ebe run 4 minutes. And then Nigga say, oh print here. Say Obia performance sheet. Oh, Charlie, see. Me kasa me boy, ebe run me time. But ebe yire mo say, oh baby alright, want me around hobby. And no be a year. See. Wow. I am their nightmare. See.
Daydream.
Oh. Say. Abrantia Bako. Because shows need also it has over me. Shows need also it has over me, Charlie. Edoso. Let me. I'm coming. I'm in mobile. Say, I'm coming.
Me pacho whilst or she na me bo me shows na bia me ye. Me ye Aquabaganza. Me ye Afro Future. Wasa me call wasa. In fact, brekum no mo ka say.
Edos.
Almost outside of Accra.
Edos too much. Baby, across all the 16 regions of Ghana.
Show back.
Show back. Some na obeke. See. The phone, my phone is not helping, but please wait.
I see the phone.
Everyone can help me. My phone is not helping. Please help me. I don't know. Hey. They feel threatened.
They want the politicians. You can mention all that.
Charlie. Oh God.
Oh
God. Yeah. No, my phone no help me. But let me do this.
Boss, ne 4 minutes na pan ho.
Mr. Afina Nesaka phone obeti me my data. Please allow. Headless Mr. Emsa man for abani time nim kakra mo fa kakra nka ho man resro. Headless yesrewa. Portfolio, are you ready?
Front to net. Oh, no. But it is no. Well, wouldn't they tell me hammer? It is there to show. We have submitted. It's there to show. Look, because we focus on show no no Kimpaluta even Manchester. Look, Ameba.
Chale, yet mean that ha.
Before minutes do me, so most of them got plenty.
Slim, by the count of 3, we will rule portfolio out over dishonesty.
One.
So 1, 2, 3. You're out.
Wait.
Pato, obey ni tell you from no go gina chire ho no ka fast no ho because say akomo na abeye can promise any stone.
Wow, we are. The list is endless. I was not even focusing on the shows. No, you gave me 4 minutes to do other rebuttals. It was not about shows. If it was shows, no, you gave me only rice or no. You said rebuttals.
Silly, please.
If I had prepared for shows, shows need the energy. So for me to psych my mind for other rebuttals and for them to question me on what to do with all this question there.
Okay, so
what I'm saying is, you are saying what?
By the through challenge, or say, or pay location show a course not just the name of the place. Or shows na course and no a challenge vida a through mouth. And no and I also and we are all hoping say Odebemaye. That is the main thing.
So some of the shows now we are talking about Kimpaluta Life in Doha, Qatar. We have Accra in Düsseldorf, Germany. We have Kimpaluta in Hamburg, Germany. Kimpaluta Life in Italy. Ochenhine's 25th anniversary. Kimpaluta Life in Warsaw, UK. TGMA Experience Concert. We have Kimpaluta Live in Seoul, Manchester. Ghana Party in the Park, UK. Celebrating Nana Amachi in London. We have Ghana Music Awards, Netherlands. We have Ghana Fest, South Africa. We have Ghana Report, Independence Square. We have NDCP's concert. We have Kimpaluta Live in Kimpaluta Live in Go. So we have it's endless. Let me go on to other points. It's endless. You know it. The entire person concentrate. Show no amount to ye. Omumi combine shows boma and to Kimpaluta. Let's establish that. Now for young Koso, say we are celebrating music excellence. And your music because music excellence in general. Sebi, me jiri say yemi no enye ya fe ene ebia.
Won anya wa fe o pato ye kom kasa ma won.
Jitu nenye wa fe ne stone boy. Jitu
music excellence in terms of longevity. Music excellence, I'm qualifying
and
it.
excellence.
No, that is not.
It's not just longevity. Vague longevity.
I respect.
It is with excellence.
No, wait.
Excellence.
I have the right to quantify it. Please add on to my time. When you're talking about music excellence in connection with longevity, Jodie, when we talk about the fact that you have captured your own definition of what a market is, I respect you. But to combine both of you and then brag about it, it's something that Paluta has that no one has. And look, say no, ajuma na ankasano, enyeme kra na make count. All that I've said, I'm just only 1%. 1 out of 30 million Ghanaians are a scheme na mom. And Nina no. Yanko Yavia, Yenina Musumun Tinsim. Makacha must say Kempaluta home for sono. Emma Esoya Bamoso. Mom, you're a great timekeeper. Also, so I would say, you are impacted, you are empowered by Kempaluta himself. Can you to bet you was empowered? I don't see.
Time is up, German portfolio.
Because they did what they did to me was not fair.
Time is up.
What they did to me was not fair.
Top up.
But that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah,
the rest is for itself. So that's fine.
Okay. So back to you, Tilly, for 3 minutes.
Another 3 minutes
of rebuttals.
First of all, the time we gave for him to even find his name, and then fire phone who you saw a particular and fire him. I think say assembly can be brave. If we give the chance to portfolio, he will keep lying and lying. At this point, give me 3 minutes, make us a vote for Ken Promise. Because when we talk and the vote doesn't come through, so vote for Ken Promise. Oh yeah, tell us how you *1767# artist code A5 or a lot of categories. We vote for him so that at the end of the day, when we say wait, we'll move. Make up say so someone can say, oh, he doesn't have any audience appeal outside the crowd. Meet or the list no me you breakum and I'm a boss show need the extremo. Mama sounds so boss will be just in case because on no way to me and you fly about kumpo and the phones are ba. Let me give you a typical example. Link up party sit January Saturday the rate 80 cedis I will breakum or portray. And it is a wood to me casa, now wait to me a substantiate one part. I shall tell you, I shall tell you, I said, if you was him. What's that here? What's your way? I feel I'll say, yeah, what's it? Oh, there be quiet. I'm not Mancasa, but now who is telling me? Mancasa, Mr. Obey, you are Santa Region, so with the same sort of show. Or by a year, they are lying to the people. It's a copy of Chantra, or more numbers, I am throw. Almost shows no so a be and throw. Manimbo. I would say. Almost shows and throw. Almost numbers and throw. Why? Prove there. Now, me crown pentro. It was started to say, oh, Cassana Mike said. Now, me say, hey, you free when I will transfer. Me, I just want to say at this point, vote for Ken Promise. Because I think, say, I have been able to substantiate of my substantiate in crowd try me to make chess boss who wait control. It's not about vibes, it's not about any high it's about the work. Can promise Eddie will artist and him Eddie artist and him in so much more. It's now because of power. So let's make the vote count. So that at the end of the day, the deserving artist will go with the crown on his head. Anyone know?
Vida for 3 minutes.
Right. You better oman for us. Dear Akoswa Hano. Extra say. PR team bia the Juma bia beto was an artist. Aya. I was say a proby fed and near who say I no crena or near dinner because near witness what Hannah say. And yeni na itimia cost within our towns now. Kimpaluta team. I listen. As the days go by, TGM no because 10th May. We still have a lot of time for portfolio to prove himself. Say these shows indeed actually happened. Now, you better Beam Nation, Beam Natives, Nina, I say. The code is *1767A6. *1767A6. Now, portfolio. For the very last time, so we can be for Stoneboy who now for the needed respect and kahwa. Yeah, ni epeja to sa level no. We will know what to do with your brand. Hey. Yes.
Where is this coming?
Because utina hanom say a longevity, and I'm telling you, say longevity, it comes with excellence. Utina ka chem say Debbie, entisa. No, no.
I will come in because that is sensitive. No.
This is a
brand.
You don't
know. I am saying I have never doubted it. Please. what I'm telling you is that it's my time. So allow me to qualify it according to what I'm saying.
So add the excellence. I'm listening.
Oh, but I said that in connection with the discussion, please don't put words in my mouth.
No, add the excellence.
See, please don't play those games.
So, timekeeper, if I can speak, I'm saying this because
excellence in terms of longevity, because my artist contention was
Slim.
with respect.
Can you stop the gentleman? It is my time.
So don't put words
I am
in my
saying
mouth.
this because one kasa out of your own free will. Aka the contribution that Stone Boy brand Ayediama.
It has not
so
changed.
If you sit here,
it has not changed.
If you sit here and say excellence, you know, it is when you feel it is convenient for you to add. Now the be added there. Etujiwara. Now again, the code is *1767#. The code is A6 for Stone Boy.
Okay. You better say. I think we'll go in for.
Am I wrapping up? I mean, I was wrapping up.
Yes, when I was all wrapping up, but after.
I was wrapping up.
I was all wrapping up. After German portfolio submission, you know, you have questions online. Online, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. You have one question or now you have a question back in house. Yes, Ramo. Mr. Ramo, fan base for fan base now, but Pacho. Fan base now, but Mr. Ramo. Yes, Ramo. Yes, Ramo. Thank you very much. Okay, German portfolio for 3 minutes.
I think in as much as we are, dear way, I was saying we shouldn't be putting words in people's mouth because we all appreciate the work all the nominees have done. What you say, those say we feel say obi sintoy obi strength, but say who put words in my mouth, it will not be fair to the discussion. And I have always maintained, I will still maintain my position on Stone Boy's relevance in the game. But in connection with the fact that my artists are just 1 year old in the scheme and the first entrant, I'm saying that the advantage Stone Boy had, which I revere, in terms of my artists, and the music excellence in longevity. So of course, so my artists in the on that level, I have to succumb to the fact that he has a certain longevity that my artist has to envy, and even go to him and say, how does he do it? So don't make it look say I have rubbish Stone Boy's music excellence. You do that, it's very sensitive because I know what I'm saying. There is no way I'm going to rubbish Stone Boy's relevance or his music brand to the background like that. So please, don't put words in my mouth. Are you back to you?
What's the open artist code?
I'm back to you.
Only me artist code. Code na the two abana kasakra only. Chippy panani and fan check camera. He done a whole PR. He doesn't even whole PR. I have to write my artist for you.
No, I didn't ask
for it. Yeah, trauma portfolio only code na the two abana.
No. Me also I want to try the SMS.
So you didn't ask for it.
Oh, Charlie, yes sir.
Okay.
No
code ni enkwe.
Code ni a woman. Me my phone is on it.
Oh,
boy. Why do you all feel threatened? It's my time. It's my time. No, 4 minutes. They are inform more. Mu feel threatened by one artist. No, I have 4 minutes. I have 4 minutes. They are inform more because will say the most accessible artist ever Ghana ha. Obia timinya no so faso Kimpaluta. Etimeso star 1767 hash. Star 1767 hash. Now me pacho artist of the year. Artist of the year. Me pacho A4. Artist of the year A4. Because minimum says a category you say I'm nominating the Paluta Befa, including the artist of the year. But mama Inkimko artist of the year because you see a BM margin KPMG for the bar. KPMG for the bar. I was saying you say scheme no 40% of Paluta BM. You are winning that idea, but Mr. Ma, Mummy BM margin near who say Paul BM Bantem. So Ghana music only the best saving in 2024. And please keep voting for Kimpaluta. The code tell yourself for star 1767 ash. Now walk A4 for artist of the year. Onuna so be artist of the year. 16 regions for any abeja to say ampa when they are artist of the year. Approach for so beja to say ampa when they are artist of the year because you will say we in party ye nyina e ma bi so obi aso. Paluta for artist of the year 10th May.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You can't shows or send the phone and say a drew code there. I treat the same phone.
No, because it had a time. No, I was sweating, so the sweat messed up my screen. But no, because I was. But it's not even the case. I mentioned it. Many time until and come in here 20 minutes. Now come the abubo. Oh, mommy, 20 minutes. 20 minutes abubo can pollute the show.
Okay.
Good.
Portfolio
20 minutes, Anna.
Well, there be 20 minutes in farm. We are live on Facebook, we are live on YouTube and on TikTok as well. Artist of the Year Debate 2025. Jermaine Portfolio, the MC representing King Paluta. Tilly Ekuanipa representing King Promise. And Vida Edutumwa representing Stone Boy. Vida Edutumwa Boating representing Stone Boy. In the comment section on YouTube, you post the link say obete on your favorite artist. Na day na or no ebe winning artist of the year. Once we cash out to be my bet at the betting option now aba. Betting option na I was say all register and our registration is free, but then you can bet as many times as possible. Maximum stake is 200 Ghana cedis. Maximum win is 2,000 Ghana cedis. So click on the link. I will YouTube and say CA and register.
Sorry for the interjection. I brought Vida a gift.
Ice cream seller and umbrella gift.
I brought you a gift. So I mean, if you both now, I
Vida ice cream.
Yes, I came.
So ton ice cream. Who was that?
Okay. Thank you very much. Mr. Monti, you bet me click on the link to register. And then bet on your favorite artist. Artist new winner. Now is when you skakakra. My bet.africa. Or more betting odds for artist of the year 2025. Now you bet for one question. A studio has say your live audience was as you can see here live. I will say your pioneer ayana studio ha hitipa commentary koso on channel. I'm saying no so I know the check the koso ha but so we'll pick one question and if say any will be a busa question. Okay, we have somebody Mr. Pass the mic in a man and now ombusa the question. Pacho bebo din na fe any question. Mr. Mumbi a microphone my. No, boss, hold on. Is it a question? Do you have a question? What is your question? Who is it directed to?
This is a question.
Thank you very much. What was that question? Vida, do you want to answer this one?
He just ended the question by saying Stone Boy has not worked for it. I think say nominees list maybe I don't know who and any phone I said to say portfolio there now. Now, Stone Boy, yen chichiri emotions engu CD so enton man for. It is a music and I broadcasting mobia etiebi. So for you to tell me say obi emotional or you're desperate to win, no, I find it a bit baffling. It's only hard work, no defending. It is hard work that Stone Boy is defending, and it's nothing that has to do with emotions. We do not sell emotions on a record. And that's my response to him.
Okay. Well, we'll pick one question online on YouTube. When I pick a question, so the question about YouTube, just let us know who is directed to. But before we pick the question, Mr. Ome says Sisu said there's a link that is being posted on a YouTube hall. If you want to also cash out on the 10th of May, awards and the artist of the year and who person also cash out to be a just register on my bet.africa in the specials column. In the specials column, no. Oko click so a we say artist ni nyina any omo odds no e wo ho na afi also where place you bet on your favorite artist said be ya we need artist of the year now also obe cash out. In the absence of that questions coming in on YouTube, you know, I think we'll resort to one more question here. One more question, Ewahasi. One more question, Ewahasi, and then we can wrap up today. One more question. So be a question Ewahasi. Mr. Man the microphone now for Ombudsman question. Mr. It has to be a question. It has to be a question. And they all directed to no so answer no so.
Was the only powerful test of God. Powerful test of God. He was the only
Boss, is it a question?
I'm asking which artist was powerful test of God. Which artist was powerful last year?
Okay. Who do you want here? So I'll answer question. Okay. So why not person answer? Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Ominje microphone, Nafi. But you want to Tilly any Vida, when our person answer?
This politics business now, until you show me data, statistics, near Kimpaluta Nyum, it's me contributing to any of the political parties. I don't think it is a warranty any response because there is absolutely. Well, I stand to be corrected. I won't fat data and because we know what some political songs have done already in the system. Nasi Queen Queen, huge song, and lots of people testify said because of the song they voted for the NDC. Lumba Nanaye winner, fantastic tune. We all know what that song did. Until so becha me say asida o say makuma no etimi pushi obi finifie song kotwaba no. Stop asking those questions.
Okay, so there's a question on YouTube, and I think it's directed to Vida. I'll say, how did Stonebwoy address the challenges in the Ghana music industry in 2024?
Oh, how did he address the challenge?
Yes, in the Ghana music industry in 2024.
What challenges specifically was he referring to?
Or say challenges.
If it is Ghana music penetrating abroad, there's a tall list of Stonebwoy activations across the world. And if that is what's all referred to there, then we have a tall list to reference. Say that was how I opushi, the agenda up there. So basically, challenge in the industry there, unless specific. Yeah, I wouldn't know which one.
Well, on this note, Yabeda Obiase for Patrol.
No, set time as because some question they mean to me why that I don't know what I'll say.
Yeah, and I mean so my artist is so impeccable. Say obian in the home for to be anti obian to me embusani bia because why any nyina ntino obian no obebusa me question bia because adwuma ni nyina na why no. Yeah,
the year free hand slim portfolio kan hunu say yeah train 114 flyers now or the two just say
me starting na muni homre me starting muni homre
awards near 10th May we still have time yeah train
the minimum is a year nim.
Okay,
all I know is a year be nim.
Well, on behalf of the team here, we say thank you to your various PRs on by. Thank you Vida, thank you Tilly, and thank you Jermaine Portfolio the MC. Thank you your accurate timekeeper, headless YouTuber. Thank you so much. On production, also Asaka 36 team Nina Omoamoye production United States of America Spanky Omujina Ubia Yeda Ubia say that fan base almost take time off say Mobaba Fiase to also cheer your favorite PRs and artists Yeda Musumujina Mase from DJ Slim we traditionally also say Adiachina Akokobo Kukuwa Street is watching for and Damase. Make sure say over comment section whether we post the short video or even this one if you're watching it, please keep it real because the street is always
watching.